Wonderful. Thank you for that. So, a very warm welcome to all the participants today. This is our first session in the new year. So, on behalf of core committee of Andheri West Study Circle, myself and Gaurang, wishing all the members a very happy new year. Hope this new year, brings happiness, prosperity, and in our lives. And unlike the earlier months, which were tough for most of us, hope the coming months, are enjoyable at the same point of time, safe for all of us. We have a very interesting and knowledgeable session today. First of all, I'd like to thank Dr. Rajkumar Adukya ji. He's been very kind enough and supportive to help me set up the entire session today. Right from thought process, selecting the speakers, credit goes to Rajkumar ji. So a big thank you, sir. I truly appreciate
My
your
pleasure.
passion for knowledge sharing. With this, I'll take this as an opportunity to introduce our first speaker of the day, CA Abhishek Jain. He's a chartered accountant and he's been practicing from Delhi. He's delivered various seminars on direct tax law matters and has delivered various sessions on MSME covering various topics like registration, benefits, Atmanirbhar Bharat mission, etc. He's also been honored by various government, private, and social organizations for contribution in the field of taxation and creating general awareness for various aspects of taxation. Uh, he's speaker at various groups, professional forums. He's contributed in many checklists, and he is not only a speaker on professional subjects but also on motivational subjects. Uh, he's also done his law graduate in the year 2018. So with this, and without wasting any further time, I'll give a big round of applause to Abhishek and welcome him to us in the forum today. Uh, I'll also take this as an opportunity to, I shouldn't say introduce because Rajkumar ji is not unknown to anyone in the profession. Uh, but still, I'll take this as a moment of pride to share, few lines about the achievements he has had in his career. So Rajkumar ji has experience of over 37 years in our profession. He's addressed various webinars, seminars, conduct various workshops and training for professionals. His passion for knowledge is evident from his books which he's authored. To give you a number, he's authored more than 300 books as we speak. And I'm sure in the years to come, that number will multiply into many hundreds. He's member of IFRS SMEIG London from 2018 until 2020. He's ex-director at State Bank of India Mutual Fund and Bank of India Mutual Fund. As far as his degrees is concerned, uh, he's an MCOM, FCA, FCS, FCMHED, LLB, MBA, and various other degrees. Importantly, he was a chairman of WIRC in the year 1997 and council member of our institute from 1998 until 2016. So with this short introduction, uh, uh, you know, I'll give a big round of applause to Rajkumar ji as well and
Thank
welcome
you.
him in for the today's session.
Thank you.
Right. So with this, Abhishek ji, I hand over the uh, speaker slot to you, and I'll request you to take it forward.
Thanks a lot, Devanji, for such a wonderful words from your side. Again, a privilege to be part of even Mumbai CP study circle, specifically Andheri, because I did my articleship from Mumbai only and I stayed at RVJ. So close collection, it's we can say it's again a heart of Mumbai, Andheri. So एक तरीके से मेरे लिए it's again a privilege for me to have interaction with all of you learned professionals, and special thanks to Rajkumar sir as देवांग जी, आपने ऑलरेडी बहुत सारी बातें कर दी है, बट स्टिल वन थिंग आई नीड टू एड, ही इज रियली अ ग्रेट पर्सन एंड ऑलवेज ट्राई टू कनेक्ट प्रोफेशनल्स इन सच ए वे, तो कहाँ जहाँ से भी हम अपॉर्चुनिटी तलाश सके, नॉट इवन फ्रॉम आवर ट्रेडिशनल प्रैक्टिस, अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, कि हम भी जब बात कर रहे थे कुछ दिन पहले, तो वो यही रहता है कि क्यों नए जो यंग यूथ है और जो पुरानी ट्रेडिशनल प्रैक्टिस, उसके अलावा भी हम किस तरीके से स्मूथली बहुत सारे एरियाज को कवर करते हुए नए जो एरियाज हैं उनमें फोकस करके एग्जिस्टिंग प्रैक्टिस से वो अपॉर्चुनिटी निकाली जाए, रादर देन मूविंग अराउंड एंड अराउंड. सो इट्स अगेन थैंक्स अ लॉट राजकुमार सर, और मेरे ख्याल से आप परिचय के मोहताज नहीं हैं. थैंक यू आवर अदर को स्पीकर्स, दे विल जॉइन अस as time as per the time slot. So as far as this MSME session is concerned, friends, first of all, I need to mention that it's again a great opportunity for all of us. Sometimes what happened, we all think from the loan perspective only, कि ये लोन पर्सपेक्टिव ही है, और इसमें जो केवल जो अपॉर्चुनिटी क्रिएट हो सकती है, दैट इज फॉर द पर्पस ऑफ लोन एंड लाइजनिंग, not at all, because I have fight various cases on the platform MSME, by using the platform of MSME Samadhan and guide in such a way, because there are a lot of benefits available to our clients as well. And great thing about this particular section of MSME is हमें एग्जिस्टिंग क्लाइंट से ही हमें कहीं जाना भी नहीं है, और उन्हीं को फाइंड आउट करना है कि कौन कौन से ऐसे क्लाइंट है जिनको हम और अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटीज दे सकते हैं. इवन ऑल ऑफ यू एग्रीड कि समटाइम व्हाट हैपन, क्लाइंट हमारे पास ऑफिस में आता है और बोलता है कि सर वो ठीक है, हम रिटर्न भर रहे हैं, हम ऑडिट कर रहे हैं, उसके अलावा आप हम क्या कर सकते हैं, व्हाट अबाउट द स्टार्टअप, how can we take the maximum benefit from the government policies, could you please help us out. तो वहां हमारे पास एक ब्लैंक एरिया रहता है. तो ना केवल एमएसएमई रिलेट है स्टार्टअप से, स्टार्टअप रिलेट्स है फंडिंग से, फंडिंग सब ये ऑल टुगेदर वी ऑल आर कनेक्टेड. तो अपॉर्चुनिटीज बहुत अवेलेबल है हमारे सभी के लिए, नो डाउट कि हम फंडिंग नहीं कर रहे हैं, नो इशू. तो हमारे पास कोई एक ऐसा बंदा होगा जो फंडिंग कर रहा होगा, तो क्यों जाने दें क्लाइंट को बाहर, वी जस्ट नीड टू जस्ट कनेक्ट विद दैट ओनली. और आप जानते हैं प्रोफेशनल नेटवर्किंग के बताने की जरूरत नहीं रहती. तो हम शेयर करते हैं, क्योंकि वी हैव टाइम कंस्ट्रेंट एज वेल. तो मैं शेयर करता हूँ विदाउट टेकिंग मच टाइम मेरी स्लाइड, और वन बाय वन हम कोशिश करेंगे. जो आज का सेशन है उसमें रजिस्ट्रेशन पे मैं फोकस नहीं करने वाला कि रजिस्ट्रेशन आपको कैसे करना, बट देयर आर वेरियस एरियाज those we need to pay attention for that, कि वहां हमें क्लाइंट के भी क्वेरीज ऐसा आता है कि हमें वी नीड टू एड्रेस दैट एज वेल, कि रजिस्ट्रेशन में ऐसा है, हम कौन से ईयर का डेटा रिफ्लेक्ट होने वाला है, कौन सा कोरिलेट होगा. एज यू नो दैट 26 AS is now correlating all the data from the GST site, and might possible MSME will also be linked, because I have received a query from one of my client from the Chandni Chowk कि सर बैंक वाले आ रहे हैं, as you know that this particular scheme of 3 lakhs वाली जो इमरजेंसी क्रेडिट लाइन स्कीम है, दैट इज एक्सटेंडेड टू 31 मार्च. और बैंक्स को अगेन इंस्ट्रक्शंस है कि वो लोन डिसबर्स करें. तो वो चांदनी चौक में जाते हैं, इवन अगर ट्रेडर भी है वहां पे, उसको भी बोलते हैं आप एमएसएमई में रजिस्ट्रेशन कीजिए, हम आपको डिसबर्स करेंगे. तो क्या ये चीजें दिक्कत देने वाली है, इस पे भी मैं बात करूंगा कि क्या ट्रेडर करता है और उसको अगर एमएसएमई का फायदा लेता है तो क्या इसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है. तो सिंस हमारे पास टाइम नहीं रहेगा आगे की बजाय, मैं अभी एक चीज कवर करता हूँ फ्रेंड्स, बिकॉज nowadays everything is are now connected. And one civil of taxpayer civil, मैंने मेरे earlier videos में भी डाला था, taxpayer civil is 26 years, and our return also disclose the code of business, right? Let's say trading. And और अगर आप वहां पे MSME में if you are saying that we are manufacturing, then again a conflict. And there are a lot of penalties under the MSMED 2006. So we need to be very careful as far as advice given to our clients. तो ये बहुत सारी चीजें हैं, छोटी छोटी चीजें हैं, बड़ी मायने हैं. इंटरेस्ट कैलकुलेशन हम उनको कैसे समझा सकते हैं कि आपको बाहर जाने की जरूरत नहीं है. आप एनसीएलटी में हम जाते हैं, कई चीजें होती हैं वहां, फिर केस के फिर कब कैसे रिजोल्व होता है, कोर्ट के थ्रू हम रिकवरी में जाते हैं. इट्स अगेन लेंथी प्रोसेस. तो क्यों ना हम अपने क्लाइंट को और हमें बहुत ज्यादा कुछ करना भी नहीं है इसके अंदर. आज हम देखेंगे केवल सिंपल प्रोसेस है, बहुत ज्यादा कॉम्प्लिकेशंस भी नहीं है. तो बाय फॉलोइंग दैट पर्टिकुलर प्रोसीजर वी कैन फाइट थ्रू ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ आवर क्लाइंट, और हम उसमें से अच्छा अमाउंट, मैंने ऐसे कई केस फाइट किए हैं, और उसमें हमारी जो फीस है, जेन्युइन फीस है, हम उसको चार्ज कर सकते हैं। क्योंकि मैं आपको बताऊंगा भी क्यों सामने वाला क्लाइंट क्यों अवार्ड डिक्लेयर होने के बाद काउंसिल से आगे क्यों नहीं जाना चाहता, क्योंकि बड़ी बड़ी जो कंपनीज हैं वो क्यों नहीं आगे काउंसिल काउंसिल में ही मैटर को क्यों सेटल करना चाहती है। ये सब चीजें हम डिस्कस करेंगे, मैं शेयर करता हूँ उस टाइम, बी विद मी। First, some major part, as you know, there are again changes made in MSME Act. Now the criteria, which was earlier based on only investment, now changed to turnover. इस पे मैं ज़्यादा time नहीं लेने वाला. Manufacturing and service industry both have been covered. आप देखेंगे. And investment less than 1 crore and less than 5 crores will come under the micro. Small, like that, investment less than 10 and 50 crores turnover. Medium, 20 crores. Now it has been changed, right? You can see 50 crores and 250 crores. तो ये combined criteria है. Assessee need to fulfill both criteria simultaneously. And as far as turnover is concerned, that export turnover will not be counted under the definition of turnover. So it's again a great benefit to the MSME enterprises. Mind it, friends, MSME जब हम बात करते हैं, वहाँ पे ऐसा नहीं है कि all the benefit available to MSME. There are certain benefit, those are not available to मीडियम इंटरप्राइजेस, वो भी हम बात करने वाले हैं, ऐसे कौन कौन से बेनिफिट्स हैं मीडियम इंटरप्राइजेस की। जब हम बात करते हैं तो आप देखिएगा यहाँ इंटरप्राइजेस के अंदर एवरी पर्सन, फ्रेंड्स माइंड इट, एवरी पर्सन इन द सेंस, एवरी पर्सन मीनिंग देयर बाय ट्रस्ट, 8 टाइप ऑफ पर्सन वी हैव इन अंडर द इनकम टैक्स एक्ट, चाहे वो ट्रस्ट होगा, एओपी होगा, कोई भी उस इट में भी, तो वो सब इसमें कवर हो जाएंगे। Now there is again a manufacturing unit and again a service unit, because only this particular MSME criteria available to manufacturing concern and the service unit. ट्रेडर्स कवर होंगे कि नहीं होंगे, रिटेलर होंगे कि नहीं होंगे, वो मैं आपको जो ऑफिस मेमोरेंडम है उसके थ्रू आपको एफएक्यूज कई हैं जो हमारे दिमाग में रहेंगे, उनको मैं गो थ्रू करूंगा, उसमें सारी आपकी क्लियर। फ्रेंड्स, वन इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग, अर्लियर दिस नोटिफिकेशन वाज इनटू फोर्स, नाउ इट इज supersede by the notification which is issued on 26th June 2020. तो इसमें कुछ क्राइटेरिया थे कि ये इक्विपमेंट, जिग्जैग्स, ये पार्ट नहीं होंगे इन्वेस्टमेंट के, वो अब अवेलेबल नहीं है। नाउ सर्टेन terms which is used under the composite criteria, investment and turnover, if you are able to see. Now if let's assume one enterprise is cross the turnover limit, right, from micro to small, then automatically the criteria will get changed, and that particular enterprises will move to the superior category automatically. Friends, automatically it will move. तो क्योंकि वो इंटरलिंक कर दिए गए हैं सारे, आप देख सकते हैं इनकम टैक्स रिटर्न से वो आपका क्राइटेरिया लिया जाएगा, जीएसटी रिटर्न से टर्नओवर लिया जाएगा, इनकम टैक्स रिटर्न से इन्वेस्टमेंट लिया जाएगा। यहाँ पे मैं एक बात करना चाहूंगा जो कि प्रैक्टिकली हम बात करते हैं कि जो इन्वेस्टमेंट है वो केवल प्लांट एंड मशीनरी, इफ यू have seen that particular matrix of the plant and machinery depreciation chart, तो वहां आप देखते हैं कि जो depreciation chart में we have building, plant and machinery, etc etc, then just focus on that particular value of the plant and machinery. That value of plant and machinery will automatically get reflected while doing the registration. Simultaneously वो वहां से पिक करेगा, राइट। अब बात आती है कौन से ईयर का पिक करेगा, वो मैं अभी आपको कन्वे करता हूं, क्योंकि ये छोटी छोटी चीजें हैं जो हमें क्लाइंट को कन्वे करनी पड़ती है। नाउ बात आती है कि देयर आर अगेन लॉट ऑफ जीएसटी रजिस्ट्रेशन ऑफ वन एंटरप्राइजेस, देन एज फार एज टर्नओवर इज कंसर्न, देन डू वी नीड टू चेक इन अ टोटलिटी? Yes, again answer is पेन का जो टर्नओवर है that will be taken into consideration. तो वो पूरा हमें देखना पड़ेगा. As far as plant and machinery is concerned, that it's this particular notification, it is clearly mentioned that the plant and machinery definition meaning will be treated as that is given under the income tax rule 1962. वहां आप देखेंगे बहुत सारे क्राइटेरियाज हैं रूल्स के अंदर, वो सब लेंगे. बट माइंड इट, अदर देन लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग, फर्नीचर एंड फिटिंग्स, दे विल नॉट बी पार्ट ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट, राइट. तो वो इसके पार्ट नहीं होंगे. नाउ purchase value of plant and machinery equipment, whether purchase first and second hand, into account excluding GST, right, on self disclosure basis if the enterprise is new one. Meaning thereby, if let's assume if one newly enterprises, those who have not filed their earlier return, then how this particular registration process will pick the data. Then there is again a provision, they will pick the data on self declaration basis if any SSE have not filed his return for the earlier years, right. तो ये एक सेल्फ डिक्लेरेशन बेसिस पे क्राइटेरिया रहेगा. बट दिस इज ओनली फॉर द फर्स्ट ईयर. इफ यू सी in the next year of the registration, that assessee need to file the return mandatorily, right. Now important, export of goods, that is excluded from the part of turnover, and the information as regard turnover and export turnover enterprises वो GST से link है, automatically that will be faced from the portal itself, right. Now question आता है, is it necessary to have PAN and GST? No, not at all, but up to 31st March 2021. After that both are very both are compulsory. Now if you see very I think we need to mute just
हेलो
अभिषेक जी, डिस्टरबेंस कहाँ से है?
मैं देखता हूँ कौन अनम्यूट है, मैं म्यूट करता हूँ.
I think it's from Dinesh.
नहीं, what you can do,
mute all, mute all.
हाँ, mute all. Devang, you also host. Devang, make me co-host. So any co-host can mute all. नहीं, Abhishek, you can't mute. Devang. Mr. Godam.
Yes, sir.
Can you make co-host to myself and Mr. Abhishek?
I don't have the rights. Let me contact with Devang.
Devang has a right. Devang is a host. I think he is not within the conference. Goran, just coordinate with him.
Yeah, definitely, sir.
Abhishek ji, you continue. Let this disturbance be a part of our life. अभिषेक जी अनम्यूट कीजिए और चालू रखिए.
हाँ please. Yes, there was again. Now I think am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are audible, Abhishek.
Hello. Now just try to mute yourself. Abhishek, you just try to unmute yourself now. I've just muted.
Now, my voice is coming clear?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Devang.
Devang, can you make us co-host? Myself and Abhishek?
I'll just try. There is an option to make you host only. I cannot make you co-host right
नहीं,
now.
वो नीचे जाके है. Zoom में एकदम नीचे जाके एडवांस्ड वर्जन, मतलब
शायद इस वर्जन में होगा नहीं, शायद
नहीं, अभिषेक सब वर्जन में है. मैंने ये सारे अभी सब टेस्ट कर लिए.
अच्छा. Now I think I should continue, right? Is it?
Yes, please continue.
Now, friends, if you see the even since last I think 3-4 months, there is again a lot of queries as far as bank loan sector is concerned, that assessee need to submit the Udyam registration immediately. But friends, instruction given to RBI through by the ministry as well, and RBI also instruct the bank that Udyog Aadhaar UAM will be continue till 31st March 2021. So it's a clear instruction given to the bank if some assessee is finding any difficulty कि हमसे नया रजिस्ट्रेशन ही मांगा जा रहा है, पुराने में नहीं है, तो ऐसा नहीं है, ये आप इंस्ट्रक्शन दिखा सकते हैं उनको, राइट. नेक्स्ट वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट दैट इज उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशन में, उस पे रजिस्ट्रेशन में अगेन आई एम सेइंग मैं रजिस्ट्रेशन प्रोसेस पे नहीं जा रहा. देयर आर सम इंपॉर्टेंट डिस्कशन फॉर रिलेटेड टू सम पॉइंट्स दैट वी विल डिस्कस ओवर हियर, बट जस्ट ओनली वन थिंग, न्यू रजिस्ट्रेशन ओवर हियर, एंड इफ यू हैव ऑलरेडी रजिस्टर्ड थ्रू बाय उद्यम आधार मेमोरेंडम और एंटरप्रेन्योर memorandum, then you can registration through the second point. Now very important part, Aadhaar number. Then a person can use his Aadhaar number for his proprietary concern as well as his private limited company. Yes, it is possible through one Aadhaar number, but for one PAN you will get only one registration. It is very much clear from the department itself. Now if you see the third point and the green part, your PAN has successfully verified, some will be disabled, and GSTN is mandatory for Udyam registration from 1st April 2021. Mind it friends, otherwise till 31st March ye mandatory nahi hai. Now one very technical question friends here, because we all know all the data of investment and the turnover will get fetched from the income tax side and GST portal. Now as far as investment is concerned, let's assume that is again a Sugam form, ITR 4, because ITR 4 again वहाँ पे depreciation की जरूरत नहीं होती, we all know, right? 3, 5, 6 में हम depreciation schedule fill करते हैं, but still what will happen if ITR 4 has been selected? Now instruction has been given, if ITR has not been filed for some reason and it has been filed in ITR 4 form, all the data below will have to be filled on self-declaration basis, friends, because we do not have any investment value in ITR 4. What about ITR 5? Because ITR 5 तो कवर है. What about ITR 7? तो वहां क्या MSME में ट्रस्ट हो सकता है? ऑफ कोर्स ITR 7 में ट्रस्ट भी आ सकता है. तो यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा एक देखने वाली बात है कि क्या सेलेक्ट किया जाए, क्योंकि यहाँ ऑप्शन नहीं दिया गया. इफ ITR 7 की बात की जाए तो यहाँ क्वेश्चन ये आता है कि either we have filed the return, no, but it's absolutely wrong, then we need to, even we can go for ITR 4 somehow कि भाई हमने फाइल तो किया है, पर ITR 7 के लिए कोई ऑप्शन नहीं दिया गया है. Now these are the normal points, social category, gender, name of enterprises, normal. I am not going through with all the normal information. Like now here you can see the 17 point, major activity of unit. Only we have 2 column, manufacturing and service. We need to select only one. Let's assume AC manufacturer, वो सर्विस भी प्रोवाइड करवाता है, तो देन व्हाट वी नीड टू सेलेक्ट. तो यहाँ पे क्लेरिफिकेशन आया था कि जो एक्टिविटी ज्यादा वो करता है बेस्ड ऑन द वी कैन से टर्नओवर, तो वो यहाँ पे आप टिक कर सकते हो. माइंड इट, ओनली 2 कैटेगरी वी हैव इन दिस पर्टिकुलर रजिस्ट्रेशन प्रोसेस, आइदर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग और सर्विस. NIC code, mind it friends, NIC code, we need to select code as well in the ITR. Correlation between the, even while filing MCA form, NIC code we need to select. Even in the GST registration, so all the code will get linked. अगर हमने कहीं भी ऊपर नीचे भरा है तो might possible in the due course हमारे पास नोटिस आ जाए कि सर आपने GST में तो ये भरा है, ITR में मैन्युफैक्चरिंग बता रहे हो और MSME में सर्विस बता रहे हो, तो ऐसा क्या है, right? So we need to be very careful while filling these information. Now earlier only number of person of employed was asked in the Udyog Aadhaar. Now in Udyam registration, male, female, other information is there. Now major point over here, if you will be able to see this particular information. Now question arise, sir, Now we are presently in 2021. Now we are taking registration ourselves for MSME registration through by Udyam registration. So for which year data this particular portal will get fetched, or if we are putting the data on the self declaration basis, तो हमें सेल्फ डिक्लेरेशन बेसिस पे वो डेटा कौन से ईयर का देना है, क्या हमें 1920 का देना है या 1819 का देना है, हमें कौन सा देना है, राइट? हमें कौन सा डेटा देना है? तो यहाँ ध्यान रखने वाली बात ये है, यहाँ पे आप अगर आप ये रेड कलर में इंफॉर्मेशन आप देख रहे हैं, इट इज क्लियरली स्टेटेड कि हमें फिलहाल 1819 का डेटा फिल करना है. वंस द ड्यू डेट ऑफ 1920 जो फाइनेंशियल ईयर है वो ओवर हो जाएगी, तो उसके बाद में इवन वी कैन से 31 मार्च 2021 के बाद में दिस पोर्टल ऑटोमेटिकली जो फेच करेगा डेटा वो 1920 का फेच करेगा. तो वी नीड टू बी वेरी केयरफुल व्हाइल फिलिंग द डेटा, क्योंकि हम 2021 में हम अगर हम 1920 का भर रहे हैं तो वो सेल्फ डिक्लेरेशन बेसिस पे गलत हो सकता है. इट इज क्लियरली मेंशन इन दिस पर्टिकुलर फॉर्म. तो ये हमें ध्यान रखने वाली बात है एज फार एज दिस पर्टिकुलर इंफॉर्मेशन इज कंसर्न. नाउ रजिस्ट्रेशन इस तरीके से सर्टिफिकेट होगा. नाउ कुछ बेनिफिट्स हम फिर रिकवरी और एमएसएमई समाधान की तरफ पहुंचेंगे. नाउ एज फार एज दिस एमएसएमई रजिस्ट्रेशन इज कंसर्न, बेनिफिट बैंक लोन्स बट ऑब्वियस कि जो कोलेटरल फ्री है वो सब्सिडी की हम बात करते हैं, ट्रेडमार्क पे हम रजिस्ट्रेशन करवाते हैं और हम क्लाइंट को जब स्टार्टअप और स्टार्टअप के लिए एडवाइस करते हैं तो हमें एमएसएमई का रजिस्ट्रेशन भी उसको एडवाइस करना चाहिए एज पर द कैटेगरी दे हैव. तो उससे क्या है हमारी, ठीक है वो प्रोफेशनल चाहे 2000 रुपए हम चार्ज कर रहे हैं चाहे 3000 रुपए चार्ज कर रहे हैं वो अलग बात है, बट हमें उसको एडवाइस करना चाहिए क्योंकि इमीडिएट उसको ट्रेडमार्क का रजिस्ट्रेशन चाहिए होता है. तो फॉर गेटिंग द ट्रेडमार्क रजिस्ट्रेशन इफ दैट पर्टिकुलर एंटरप्राइजेस डू नॉट हैव एमएसएमई रजिस्ट्रेशन देन दे विल चार्ज 9000 फॉर सिंगल ट्रेडमार्क, right? If they have MSME registration then 4500 price, it's again a hefty discount. If you see the overdraft interest will get reduced at least by 1% to electricity bill. If you see the Rajasthan MSME, then they are giving the discount to MSME segment for in the electricity bill. Even they are giving a stamp duty reduction for MSME enterprises. तो MSME का काफी अलग. और one more thing I need to mention कि this particular benefit of MSME are again varies from state to state as well, because state are also offering various facility to MSME. तो वहां भी हमें चेक करना पड़ेगा कि हम अगर महाराष्ट्र में है तो महाराष्ट्र MSME के लिए क्या स्कीम्स और सब्सिडीज दे रही है. ये जरूरी नहीं है कि दिल्ली महाराष्ट्र राजस्थान सब एक जैसी उस पे जाएंगे. राजस्थान पे आप देखोगे तो वहां पे अलग से एक MSME के लिए ऐप भी है जो आप डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं. वहां पे सारी इंफॉर्मेशन आप फेच कर सकते हैं, रजिस्ट्रेशन करवा सकते हैं.
मेरे पास नहीं बॉस, मैं कहां पे मेरा ये यहाँ पे
अवेलेबल है तो आप
ले आ.
नाउ मेजर थिंग दैट वी नीड टू एड्रेस एंड we need to convey to our client, that is recovery part. And for recovery we need to mention the benefit of interest. 3 times interest we can recover. And be with me friends for 10 minutes because it's very interesting. And how can we recover this amount from a buyer? We not the assessee, because we are chartered accountant और हम अपने clients के behalf पे कर सकते हैं. और इसमें ऐसा है बहुत ज्यादा technicalities भी नहीं है. So we can train one of our staff from our office. He can do everything. आपको केवल 1-2 बार आपको उसको समझाना पड़ेगा और ऐसा नहीं है कि बहुत ज्यादा कुछ टेक्निकल और प्रोफेशनल नॉलेज चाहिए होता है. बस यहाँ आप उसको गाइड करेंगे और हम आराम से एक पर्टिकुलर सेगमेंट अर्निंग का बना सकते हैं. नाउ फर्स्ट थिंग पेमेंट प्रोटेक्शन. और हमें क्लाइंट को बताना भी पड़ेगा एमएसएमई में रजिस्ट्रेशन ले रहे हैं आप, स्टार्टअप में रजिस्ट्रेशन ले रहे हैं तो आपको फायदे क्या हैं. और जब आपके पास हमारे पास बैलेंस शीट रहती है आप इससे रिकवर क्यों नहीं कर सकते. इससे हम 3 टाइम्स इंटरेस्ट ले सकते हैं. और बिल्कुल आप ये मत सोचना कि यार अभिषेक जी ये तो बेकार की बातें, मिलता है नहीं. बिल्कुल ऐसा गलत है. वन ऑफ माय क्लाइंट सोल्ड द गुड्स टू वन ऑफ द रेपुटेटेड ब्रांड और उसने जैसे ही एमएसएमई पोर्टल के थ्रू केस फाइल किया, यू वोंट बिलीव, एमएसएमई समाधान में एक सेटलमेंट का स्कीम होता है. इमीडिएट उसका मेल आ गया कि इफ यू वांट टू सेटल द एंटायर केस, इमीडिएट कि आप एमएसएमई समाधान पे आप क्लेम को एग्री मत करना, हम सेटल करने के लिए तैयार हैं. और इमीडिएटली सेटल द ड्यूज. वो बोला कि सर इंटरेस्ट के लिए वो बोल रहा है 3 टाइम्स नॉमिनल इंटरेस्ट, तो वो सेटल हो गया। क्लाइंट ने कहा सर आ गए पैसे वही बड़ी बात है, इंटरेस्ट ना भी आए तो भी चलेगा। तो ये बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग है। देखो फ्रेंड्स, टू थिंग्स आर देयर। फर्स्ट, इफ एग्रीमेंट मेड फॉर पेमेंट टर्म्स, इफ नो एग्रीमेंट इज देयर, राइट। इफ एग्रीमेंट इज मेड, सेक्शन 15 वो पेमेंट से डील करता है, 15-16 ऑफ द एक्ट स्टेट where supplier supplied the goods or render any services, mind it, मैं सीए प्रोफेशन पे भी आ रहा हूं, हमारे ऊपर भी लेके जाऊंगा, to any buyer, then the buyer shall make payment on or before the date mentioned in the agreement, right? एग्रीमेंट में जो डेट मेंशन है वो ठीक है, मेंशन कर दिया। अब व्हाट विल हैपन इफ जो पेमेंट साइकिल है, इफ इट क्रॉसेस 45 डेज, लेट्स से जो बायर है वो मेंशन करता है कि मैं 90 डेज के अंदर पेमेंट करने वाला हूं, राइट? तो वो 90 डेज के अंदर पेमेंट कैसे करेगा? वो तो फिर सर मतलब ही नहीं है। इन स्पाइट ऑफ नंबर ऑफ डेज, कि भाई वो 45 दिन से ज्यादा है, हमारा क्लाइंट, हम मैक्सिमम डेज 45 ही रखेंगे। अगर बायर ये कहता है कि मैं 90 डेज का सर्कल उसने एग्रीमेंट में डाला तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। वी कैन फाइल द केस वंस दिस पर्टिकुलर लिमिट ऑफ 45 डेज एग्जॉस्टेड, तो हम फाइल कर सकते हैं उससे इररेस्पेक्टिव ऑफ डेट। 45 डेज से ज्यादा हो ही नहीं सकते, अगर है भी तो तकलीफ वाली बात नहीं है। तो आप देखिए 45 डेज एक्सेप्ट फ्रॉम द डे ऑफ एक्सेप्टेंस, ये मैं आपको अपन कवर करते हैं। और फ्रॉम द डेट ऑफ डीम्ड एक्सेप्टेंस, ये क्या है? फ्रॉम द डे ऑफ एक्सेप्टेंस, जब वो एक्सेप्ट करता है कि हमने गुड्स रिसीव कर ली। और डीम्ड एक्सेप्टेंस, अगर वो 15 डेज तक एक्सेप्ट ही नहीं करता, कुछ 15 डेज तक कोई क्वेरी नहीं देता, ऑब्जेक्शन नहीं देता, तो वो वहां पे ऑटोमेटिकली डीम्ड एक्सेप्टेंस मान लिया जाता है। तो माइंड इट, 45 डेज अगर एग्रीमेंट है तो। इफ नो एग्रीमेंट इज देयर, देन फ्रॉम विच डेट वी नीड टू कैलकुलेट कि भाई इंटरेस्ट कब से कैलकुलेट करना है। इफ देयर इज नो एग्रीमेंट, देन बिफोर द अपॉइंटेड डेट उसको पेमेंट करना ही पड़ेगा। अगर एग्रीमेंट है तो 45 डेज के अंदर पेमेंट करना रहेगा, राइट? अगर नहीं करता तो 45 डेज के जैसे एग्जॉस्ट होंगे इंटरेस्ट चालू। और अगर एग्रीमेंट नहीं है, देन बिफोर द अपॉइंटेड डेट। Appointed date means the day following immediately after the expiry of 15 days from the date of acceptance, right friends? जिस दिन एक्सेप्ट हुआ उससे 15 दिन जैसे ही एक्सपायर हुए इंटरेस्ट चालू हो जाएगा, राइट? इसको एक एग्जांपल के साथ में भी देखता हूं मैं। ये मैंने आपको समझाया डीम्ड एक्सेप्टेंस और एक्सेप्टेंस, इस पे हम नहीं, बिकॉज वी हैव टाइम कंस्ट्रेंट एज वेल। तो मैं कवर करता हूं। नाउ ए हैज डिलीवर्ड, just a minute. A has delivered goods to B on 8th June 2020. No agreement has been made in this regard. Then what would be the date on which buyer need to make the payment? 8 there से 15, right? तो 23rd आएगा, और 23rd जो आएगा मीनिंग देयर बाय तब तक उसको पेमेंट करना रहेगा, तो वो 24th से इंटरेस्ट चालू हो जाएगा, राइट? 15 डेज अगर एग्रीमेंट नहीं है, फ्रॉम द डेट ऑफ एक्सेप्टेंस, right? In the above example, suppose B has raised objection regarding acceptability of the goods on June 13th, but on June 18th B withdraw his objection and accepted the goods following clarification from A. अब वो कहता है कि साहब ऑब्जेक्शन लगा है 13th को और 18th को ऑब्जेक्शन रिमूव भी हो गए। तो जब ऑब्जेक्शन रिमूव हुआ फ्रॉम दैट डे टू 15 डेज, राइट? तो ये 15 डेज हमें अगर एग्रीमेंट नहीं है, पेनल इंटरेस्ट क्या होगा? 3 टाइम्स ऑफ द बैंक रेट। अभी जैसे शायद 4% है जिसपे आरबीआई बैंक को लोन देता है। नोट, कई बार कंफ्यूजन क्या रहता है, मैंने भी सोशल मीडिया पे कई वीडियोस देखे कि जो जस्ट अ मिनट होल्ड ऑन, तो सोशल मीडिया पे वीडियोस देखे जिन्होंने बैंक रेट 7% से 3 टाइम्स किया, ऐसा नहीं है, राइट? तो नॉर्मली ऐसा बिल्कुल भी नहीं है। तो वो तो बैंक रेट 4% है, 12% रेट रहेगा ही रहेगा। एक एग्जांपल के साथ मैं क्लोज करता हूं, देन वी विल मूव फॉरवर्ड। समाधान स्कीम्स का हम देखेंगे क्योंकि टाइम कंस्ट्रेंट रहेगा रिकवरी की बात जब हम कर रहे हैं। फिनकार्ट लिमिटेड हैज सोल्ड गुड्स वर्थ 5 lakhs व्हिच वाज रिसीव्ड बाय जुगाड़ लिमिटेड ऑन 6th May 2020। माइंड इट फ्रेंड्स, received goods 6th May, right, 2020. As per the agreement between them, Jugaad Limited enjoy a credit period of 60 days, right? बराबर 60 दिन का क्रेडिट पीरियड है। जुगाड़ लिमिटेड made the payment of July 20th, 2020, right? तो and whether Jugaad Limited was liable to pay any interest, if so, from which date. Mind it friends, 6th May, 6th May, date of acceptance, right? तो अब जो 60 days है, will it be again viable for that particular assessee? Not viable. 45 days only exceed. तो अगर हम बात करते हैं, the due date agreed upon between the parties is 60 days which exceed 45 days. तो 45 days से ज्यादा कब होगा? आप देखिए 6th May, 6th May, तो 45 days, May का total days 6th की बात करते हैं अपन में, तो May के remaining 25 days, right? और 20 days June के, तो 45 days in this way. So 20th June will be the date when 45 days will get over, and interest जो चालू होगा 21st June से चालू हो जाएगा, and we can see the impact of this particular provision given under MSME Act 2006. See, 21st June month wise interest, monthly rest interest, वो कैसे होगा मैं एग्जांपल पे ही बता रहा हूँ क्योंकि टाइम लिमिटेशन है. 10 days of June 4% rate, bank rate, 3 times, meaning thereby 12% on 5 lakhs for 10 days. That makes it 1643.84, and this 1643.84 will be added in the outstanding balance of the next month, rest month basis. जुलाई, क्योंकि 20th जुलाई तक का उसने पेमेंट जो है कर दिया है. इफ यू कैन सी द एग्जांपल, जुलाई 20th को उसने पेमेंट कर दिया है, राइट? तो 19 तक का उसको इंटरेस्ट लगेगा, एंड ऑन विच अमाउंट? 401643.84 इंटरेस्ट इंक्लूड. तो बाय दिस वे दिस इंटरेस्ट विल बी कैलकुलेटेड. अब अज्यूम कि वहां एग्रीमेंट ही नहीं था. In this particular situation, if you see the date of receipt, जो receiving amount है वो 6th May है, वहां पे कोई एग्रीमेंट ही नहीं है. यहाँ तो एग्रीमेंट था, अब एग्रीमेंट नहीं है तो फ्रॉम द अपॉइंटेड डेट, राइट? वन क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम नरेल डालमिया जी, जस्ट ए मिनट, होल्ड ऑन. आई थिंक उन्होंने क्वेश्चन डाला है, वैसे लास्ट में जब दिख गया कि प्रायर टू एमएसएमई रजिस्ट्रेशन, यस बिल्कुल, अगर आप रजिस्ट्रेशन नहीं, वो कवर होगा, नो इशू. आप रामकी इंफ्रा का केस भी देख सकते हैं, वहां पे भी वो थोड़ा सा अलग स्विच पर वो कवर हो सकता है, क्योंकि अगर आप एमएसएमई है तो एमएसएमई है, नो इशू. यू कैन फाइल द केस थ्रू बाय एमएसएमई समाधान. बीइंग वी कैन अंडरस्टैंड द सिचुएशन ऑफ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट, 2-3 साल भी फीस नहीं आती, स्टिल हमारा जो पेशेंस है, धैर्य है, वो बड़ा जवाब नहीं देता, और इसी उम्मीद में हम आगे भी बिल रेज करते रहते हैं. बड़ा क्रिटिकल इशू है, बट स्टिल हम यहाँ पे डिस्कस नहीं करने वाले. नाउ इफ देयर इज नो एग्रीमेंट, देन व्हाट विल बी द सिचुएशन? तो फ्रॉम द डेट ऑफ रिसिपिएंट 15 डेज, राइट? तो 15 डेज, 6th of May is a date, right? Acceptance. So 15 days, 21st of May. So from 22nd of May, interest will get started. आप देखिए कैलकुलेशन डिफरेंस, see the impact of the interest on the 5 lakh amount only. Then June 30 days, right? 4947, and then in such a way for the July 19 days, right? क्योंकि 20th को पेमेंट हो चुका है. On the outstanding, we will add both the amount in this particular outstanding amount. In this way, 11754.63 is the interest amount that we can claim through by MSME समाधान, right? तो फ्रेंड्स, आई थिंक मैं सीधा MSME समाधान पे लेता हूँ एक बार, सिंस स्कीम्स पे हम अभी नहीं जा रहे, बट इम्पोर्टेंट समाधान पे मैं रिकवरी पे पहुंचता हूँ, क्योंकि इफ वी विल हैव टाइम देन वी विल डिस्कस, अदरवाइज. अच्छा, सम क्वेश्चन, इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चंस. Can one Aadhaar be used for registration of more than one registration? Yes. Whether after submitting Udyog Aadhaar memorandum, online registration granted immediately. Abhi Udyam registration में भी immediate आ रहा है. Earlier it was they were taking 20 to 25 days. Now abhi immediate आप download कर सकते हो. Any supporting documents required to get uploaded? No, but there is again a provision. अगर वो district center अगर चाहे तो वो आपसे document ले सकता है. Whether closing of business is reported to state or union territory, ऐसा प्रोविजन कहीं नहीं है, एक्ट में भी कहीं नहीं लिखा हुआ, बट क्लेरिफिकेशन गिवन आई थिंक 4 to 5 years back इट कि आप चाहें तो इंटीमेशन दे सकते हैं, अदरवाइज नॉट नेसेसरी. नाउ मेजर क्वेश्चन कि होलसेलर और रिटेलर विल बी कवर्ड अंडर दिस पर्टिकुलर एमएसएमईडी और कैन टेक द बेनिफिट ऑफ द एमएसएमईडी एक्ट. तो यहाँ पे इफ यू सी द ऑफिस मेमोरेंडम हियर issued on 26th June 2017 by the new government. Here, few NIC code will not be covered under MSMED Act, right? Here, you can find 45, 46 and 47. 45 says wholesale and retail trade and repair of motor vehicle and motorcycles, right? ये तो motor vehicle से related है, चाहे wholesale का हो retail. If you see the 46 NIC code, wholesale and trade, होलसेल ट्रेड एक्सेप्ट मोटर व्हीकल, क्योंकि मोटर व्हीकल ऊपर कवर हो चुका है. तो यहाँ पे आप होलसेल का जब आप देखेंगे तो वेरियस कैटेगरी हैज बीन डिफाइंड एंड एट द लास्ट द कैटेगरी व्हिच इज नॉट एल्सवेयर मेंशन्ड, ऐसा भी लिखा हुआ है. नो, तो वो भी कवर्ड है. सेम थिंग विद द सेक्शन 40 एनआईसी कोड 47 रिटेल ट्रेड. तो ये रिटेल ट्रेड भी वहां पे, तो इस तरीके से आप देख सकते हैं होलसेल और रिटेल ट्रेड कवर नहीं होंगे बिजनेसेस अंडर दिस पर्टिकुलर एमएसएमईडी एक्ट के अंदर. क्योंकि जब हम रजिस्ट्रेशन पे भी जाते हैं वहां पे ओनली 2 कैटेगरीज देयर, वन इज मैन्युफैक्चरिंग एंड द सर्विस. ऑल द क्राइटेरिया इज फॉर द मैन्युफैक्चरिंग और सर्विस इंडस्ट्री. नाउ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग एज फार एज प्रोफेशनल इज कंसर्न, whether every buyer who buys the goods or service from MSME need to make provision of outstanding payment and interest in his or her annual accounts. Do we have any answer कि क्या जो बायर है उसको प्रोविजन बनाना पड़ेगा? पर मैं ज्यादा वेट नहीं कर सकता. डेफिनेटली सर, अंडर आरओसी जो हम कंपनीज एक्ट के अंदर एमएसएमई वाला फॉर्म भरते हैं वहां पे तो देना ही पड़ता है. यस, आई थिंक वन आंसर वी हैव. ओके, नाउ तो बनाना रहेगा कंपनीज एक्ट को, तो बनाना रहेगा कंपनीज एक्ट के अकॉर्डिंग तो बनाना रहेगा प्रोविजन, क्योंकि एमएसएमई वाला फॉर्म जाता है. बट व्हाट अबाउट द अदर कैटेगरी? Friends, the provision which is given under MSMED Act, what is mentioned over here? Ki every person, listen me carefully, every person who is required to get his books of accounts audited under any law, mind it, they need to make the provision of outstanding payment or interest in the annual account. It is clearly mentioned in the act itself. अगर वो प्रोविजन सर अभी तक तो किए ही नहीं, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? बहुत सारी चीजें हमने की नहीं थी. हम लेट फाइलिंग कर रहे थे, बिलेटेड 139(4), कभी तक पेनल्टी आई नहीं थी. अभी पेनल्टी हमें रिटर्न भरने से पहले 5,000 10,000 रुपए वाली देनी पड़ रही है. तो वेट फॉर आई थिंक फॉर फ्यू मंथ्स, तो ये भी पेनल्टियां चालू हो जाएगी, क्योंकि गवर्नमेंट आर मेनली फोकसिंग ऑन द पेनल्टीज एंड फीस पार्ट ओनली. टैक्स आया नहीं है, पेनल्टी पहले ले लो. तो वो, और पेनल्टी क्या सर, इसकी पेनल्टी भी है. यस, 10,000 रुपीज. 10,000 रुपीज. तो माइंड इट फ्रेंड्स, ये प्रोविजन हमको करना रहता है एज पर द एक्ट. नाउ, whether deduction available to buyer for interest paid or payable to MSME under income tax act. सर अब इंटरेस्ट तो पे कर रहा है. अब देखो एमएसएमई से पंगा लेने का नुकसान क्या है, अभी देखते जाना. अब इंटरेस्ट पे कर रहा है एमएसएमई को जो बायर है, तो क्या उसको डिडक्शन मिल जाएगा एक्ट के अंदर? नो, नॉट एट ऑल. डिडक्शन मिलना ही नहीं है. ये भी एक्ट में बोला है, एमएसएमईडी एक्ट में. इनकम टैक्स एक्ट कहीं ऐसा कुछ नहीं बोलता. आई थिंक ओवर द पीरियड ऑफ टाइम्स नेक्स्ट ईयर में कुछ कई प्रोविजन हमें मिलेंगे एमएसएमई से रिलेटेड. नाउ अब बात आती है क्या ये इंटरेस्ट जो पेमेंट हो रहा है, क्या इसमें टीडीएस भी कटेगा क्या अगर इंटरेस्ट थ्रेशोल्ड लिमिट से ज्यादा हो जाता है? तो दैट बाय before making the payment of interest need to deduct TDS amount and deposit the same to the government? Is it? Not at all, friends. क्योंकि जब हम जब बात करते हैं इंटरेस्ट की पेमेंट की और डेफिनेशन भी देखते हैं तो वहां लोन से बात की गई है, तो ये इंटरेस्ट इसमें पर्टिकुलर नहीं आने वाला, इस पे टीडीएस की एप्लीकेबिलिटी नहीं आने वाली। 8 नंबर पॉइंट है पेनल्टी ऑन बायर 10,000 दैट आई हैव टोल्ड यू अर्लियर। क्या फ्यूचर के लिए रजिस्ट्रेशन लिया जा सकता है? अभी तक ऐसा कोई क्लेरिफिकेशन नहीं है। उद्यम आधार में ये साफ कहा गया था कि नहीं ले सकते, राइट? नाउ नेक्स्ट मैं फास्ट कवर करता हूँ। वेदर एमएसएमई रजिस्ट्रेशन इज कंपल्सरी टू अवेल द बेनिफिट? नहीं है। राम की इंफ्रा का केस अभी जो क्वेश्चन पूछा गया था आप रेफर कर सकते हैं। वेदर ए क्लेम कैन बी फाइल फॉर इंटरेस्ट अलोन? की सर प्रिंसिपल तो आ गया, इंटरेस्ट का क्लेम फाइल किया जा सकता है, किया जा सकता है। क्या प्लांट एंड मशीनरी की जो वैल्यू है इन्वेस्टमेंट पर्पज में नई की ही लेनी है या ओल्ड भी चलेगा? अगर आपने परचेज किया बिल आपके पास होना चाहिए, सब चलेगा। वेदर एन अवार्ड होल्डर फ्रॉम जो फैसिलिटेशन काउंसिल कैन गेन एनी प्रेफरेंस एज ए क्रेडिटर इन इंसॉल्वेंसी प्रोसीडिंग? फ्रेंड्स वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट। लेट्स अज्यूम हमने एसएससी की तरफ से क्लेम फाइल किया और वो क्लेम अप्रूव हो गया, अवार्ड भी डिक्लेयर कर दिया काउंसिल ने, तो क्या अब क्वेश्चन आता है कि वो अवार्ड डिक्लेयर होने के बाद अब वो जो पर्टिकुलर पार्टी है वो इंसॉल्वेंसी में चली गई, क्या पेमेंट अब हमें कुछ प्रायोरिटी मिलेगी बीइंग अ क्रेडिटर? तो यस डेफिनेटली हमें प्रायोरिटी मिलेगी बीइंग अ प्रेफरेंशियल क्रेडिटर, राइट? तो ये हमें प्रायोरिटी मिलेगी। नाउ I have one company registered under that having 2 units. One पेन पे एक ही रजिस्ट्रेशन होना है। और 15th whether unregistered MSME will also treated as supplier? सप्लायर माना जाएगा, वो क्लेम कर सकती है रजिस्ट्रेशन लेने के बाद। अब यहाँ संबंध पे मैं नहीं जा रहा क्योंकि वी आर रनिंग शॉर्ट, मैं सीधा आप समाधान में पहुंच रहा हूँ। एंड रिलेटेड प्रोविजन, देखो MSME समाधान क्या बोलता है? इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर ऑल ऑफ अस। आई थिंक यू आर वेटिंग फॉर ईगरली। MSME समाधान 15 to 24 जो डिलेड पेमेंट से रिलेटेड प्रोविजंस हैं जो हमने अभी डिस्कस किए, उनसे रिलेटेड जो डिस्प्यूट है उनको सोल्व करने की कोशिश करता है। बाय थ्रू दिस पर्टिकुलर डायग्राम आई विल ट्राई टू मेक यू अंडरस्टैंड कि किस सिंपल तरीके से हम जा सकते हैं। फ्रेंड्स, फर्स्ट पहला पॉइंट, entrepreneur filed the application online to respective council after 15 days council will take action on application। यानी अगर हमें क्लेम, मैं पोर्टल की स्नैपशॉट पे भी चाहता हूं किस तरीके से हमें जाना है, पर हमें क्लेम फाइल करना रहेगा और विद इन 15 डेज।
अभिषेक एक मिनट में डिस्टर्ब कर रहा हूं, साजू सर ने ज्वाइन किया हुआ है तो आई वांट टू वेलकम हिम। देवांग सर।
Yes, Raj.
वेलकम सर।
Yes, thank you.
A warm welcome to
And
Saju.
rich knowledge we are expecting from Saju sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think Vijay Prakash sir has not joined. I do not see in the list of participants, but I think he will join after. So maybe you may take before him. We'll see. Devang, we will see that how to coordinate.
Sure.
Thank
sure.
you. Thank you, Abhishek. Sorry. Continue.
A warm welcome, Saju sir.
Thank you.
Welcome, Saju sir.
Yes, sir.
Now we are just going through this particular samadhan and we will try to wrap up within that time limit. Now entrepreneur will file the application with the council और council 15 days के अंदर उस पे एक्शन लेने वाला है, राइट? सेकंड ऑप्शन क्या होगा? फिर सेकंड पॉइंट क्या होगा? ऑनलाइन इंटीमेशन विल बी सेंड टू द बोथ द एंटरप्रेन्योर एंड रिस्पोंडेंट बाय ईमेल। जैसे ही हमारे एसएससी ने या हमने एप्लीकेशन सबमिट किया, देन रिस्पोंडेंट विल गेट अलर्ट कि एन एप्लीकेशन हैज बीन फाइल्ड, नॉट क्लेम। माइंडेड फ्रेंड्स, इट इज नॉट क्लेम अंटिल अनलेस कि जब तक वो सेटलमेंट की प्रोसेस डिनाई नहीं कर देते। तो बोथ विल गेट अलर्ट थ्रू बाय ईमेल। अब जैसे ही बायर के पास ईमेल आ गया, जैसा मैंने बताया था हमारे बायर के पास भी गया, देन देयर इज अगेन अ म्यूचुअल सेटलमेंट ऑप्शन, राइट? तो जो काउंसिल है दे विल ऑलवेज ट्राई कि सेटलमेंट हो जाए। तो वो सेटलमेंट होना है और अगर दोनों पार्टी एग्रीड है तो फिर ये प्रोसेस यही खत्म हो जाएगा, पर अवार्ड डिक्लेयर किया जाएगा काउंसिल की सेटलमेंट इतने पे, अवार्ड इन द सेंस ऑर्डर दिया जाएगा। नाउ अब हम आते हैं थर्ड, काउंसिल कैन अप्रूव द एंटरप्रेन्योर एप्लीकेशन एंड कन्वर्ट इट टू द केस। अब अगर सेटलमेंट नहीं होता, सेलर ये बोलता है कि साहब मेरे को सेटलमेंट नहीं करना, आई डोंट वांट एनी सेटलमेंट एट दिस मोमेंट ऑफ टाइम, वी वांट टू परसू एज अ केस, तो वो केस रजिस्टर्ड हो जाएगा और वो जो काउंसिल की तरफ से ऑटोमेटिकली मेल चली जाएगी कि अब क्लेम बन चुका है, केस कन्वर्ट हो चुका है एप्लीकेशन वाला केस में। नाउ काउंसिल रिजेक्ट भी कर सकती है एप्लीकेशन अगर वो फ्रॉड और फ्रॉडुलेंट एविडेंस के बेसिस पे फाइल किया कि इनवॉइस फेक जनरेट कर लिए, जो भी अगर काउंसिल को लगा, राइट। नाउ 6th पॉइंट, SMS एंड ईमेल will be sent to the entrepreneur respondent की कन्वर्ट हो गया है केस में, वैसे मैंने आपको बता दिया। 7th, now counsel can enter the case detail online. Let's assume, is it necessary to file the case online? यहाँ पे एक ऑप्शन है कि ऑफलाइन भी सबमिट किया जा सकता है काउंसिल के पास में, एंड देन काउंसिल आफ्टर गेटिंग दिस पर्टिकुलर एप्लीकेशन ऑफलाइन, वो ऑनलाइन इस पर्टिकुलर पोर्टल पे रजिस्टर्ड कर सकती है। नाउ अब रजिस्टर्ड करने के पास क्या होगा, काउंसिल विल अपडेट केस हियरिंग, अब वो केस की हियरिंग वगैरह सारा ऑनलाइन अपडेट होगा। ऑनलाइन अपडेट होने के बाद सारी इंफॉर्मेशन, केस का स्टेटस क्या है, कहां तक पहुंचा, नेक्स्ट हियरिंग कब, वो सारा ऑनलाइन अपडेट होता रहेगा। एंड 9th, सारा डिटेल डिस्कशन के बाद में जो डिक्लेरेशन रहेगा वो कर दिया जाएगा, जैसा भी डिसीजन आएगा वो हमको रहेगा ही इंटीमेट किया जाएगा। नाउ कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन, और फिर हमें केस कैसे फाइल करना है, दैट आई विल टेक यू थ्रू दिस पर्टिकुलर स्लाइड। नाउ व्हाट इज द प्रोविजन? One question arise, can small, medium or micro enterprises are eligible to file the case under MSME Samadhan? Not at all. All enterprises are not eligible. Only micro and small, medium are not allowed to file the case through Samadhan. Normal procedure वो जा सकता है, right? Medium के लिए facility available नहीं है, right? और इंटरेस्ट कैसे क्लेम करना है वो सब मैंने आपको बता। साइलेंट फीचर में यहाँ सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट बात ये है कि 75% ऑफ द, अब क्वेश्चन देखो, इन द वेरी बिगिनिंग ऑफ द सेशन आई वाज डिस्कसिंग कि क्यों ये जो प्रोसेस है इज वेरी फेमस, MSME समाधान। रीजन बीइंग, क्या सर अपील फाइल नहीं की जा सकती? इफ एनी अवार्ड इज डिक्लेयर्ड बाय द काउंसिल, सो बायर ऑलवेज हैव अ राइट टू lodge an appeal, submit an appeal against the decision given by the council? Yes, definitely he has. But mind it, 75% of the award amount should be deposited by that particular buyer. Let's assume payment है 10 lakhs का, award declare हुआ. If that buyer want to file an appeal, तो 7,50,000 need to deposit before with the higher authority, right? Very important. तो इस कारण से वो नहीं जा सकता. This is the we are taking through the last slide क्योंकि we need to compile the each and everything. This is the MSME समाधान पोर्टल. उद्योग आधार नंबर आप डाल सकते हैं, जैसे ही डालेंगे वेरिफिकेशन कोड रजिस्टर्ड आधार पे नंबर पे आएगा, and then you can validate that. Then you will have you will ask OTP, and after OTP you will have this particular screen: application entry, entrepreneur application list, अपडेट पेमेंट, अपडेट पेन और लॉग आउट। आप लॉग आउट करना चाहते हैं तो लॉग आउट भी कर सकते हैं। नाउ वंस एप्लीकेशन एंट्री, जैसे आप इस एप्लीकेशन एंट्री पे क्लिक करेंगे तो आपके पास 2 कॉलम आएंगे। फर्स्ट, आपको सबमिट करना रहेगा ऑर्डर, परचेज ऑर्डर। सेकंड, इनवॉइस। आपको 2 तरीके से आपको वर्टिकल मोड में आपको दिखाई देंगे। फर्स्ट साइड पे आपको परचेज ऑर्डर सबमिट करने रहेंगे और इस साइड पे इनवॉइस सबमिट करने रहेंगे। बस सिंपल प्रोसेस, वो सारे आपको अपलोड करने हैं। 4 या 5 रो दी जाती है। अगर आपके पास ज्यादा इनवॉइस है तो लास्ट वाली जो रो है उसके अंदर एक कंसोलिडेटेड PDF फाइल आप लगा सकते हैं और अपलोड कर सकते हैं और सबमिट कर सकते हैं। तो सबमिट होने के बाद ईमेल आ जाएगी और अब आप स्टेटस देखना चाहते हैं एंटरप्रेन्योर एप्लीकेशन लिस्ट, तो यहाँ पे आप सीरियल नंबर आप देखेंगे। अर्लियर टेम्परेरी केस नंबर होता है, आपको पता है, जैसा हमने बात की थी। एप्लीकेशन स्टेटस, अप्रूव्ड केस हो जाता है तब सेटलमेंट के नहीं लेना चाहता तो वो एप्लीकेशन डेट क्या रही, अमाउंट पेबल क्या है, हियरिंग डेट क्या है, केस स्टेटस, एप्लीकेशन व्यू, यू कैन सी ईच एंड एवरीथिंग ऑनलाइन, राइट तो ये सब आप देख सकते हैं। दिस इज द पर्टिकुलर विंडो ऑफ द एमएसएमई समाधान, बड़ी इजी आप देख सकते हैं। अब आप आते हैं अपडेट पेमेंट, अगर उसने कुछ पेमेंट कर दिया है तो वो आप अपडेट कर सकते हैं। अगर उसका जीएसटी अपडेट पेन कुछ अपडेट करना चाहते हैं वो भी आप कर सकते हैं। यहाँ कई क्वेश्चन आते हैं, देखो ये कुछ क्वेश्चंस मैंने लिए हैं एमएसएमई समाधान पे। वी विल देन वाइंड अप द सेशन। डू मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ, बड़े इंपॉर्टेंट है, डू मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एमएसएमई टेक एक्शन ऑन एप्लीकेशन फाइल्ड ऑन एमएसएमई समाधान? नो, नॉट एट ऑल। मिनिस्ट्री नथिंग टू डू विद द एमएसएमई समाधान, कोई इंटरफेयर नहीं है। इस फाइलिंग ऑफ उद्योग आधार मेमोरेंडम मैंडेटरी टू फाइल एप्लीकेशन ऑन एमएसएमई समाधान पोर्टल? यस, आपके पास उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशन होना चाहिए। उद्योग आधार, अर्लियर इट इज नोन एज उद्योग आधार, क्योंकि उसके बिना फाइल नहीं होता। इज इट मैंडेटरी टू फाइल डिलेड पेमेंट एप्लीकेशन ऑनलाइन ऑन एमएसएमई समाधान? नहीं, जरूरी नहीं है ऑनलाइन। जैसा कि मैंने आपको अर्लियर बताया था कि आप ऑफलाइन भी फाइल कर सकते हैं काउंसिल के पास, और काउंसिल फिर उसको फीड कर सकती है। नाउ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, इज वर्क ऑर्डर कंपल्सरी टू फाइल एप्लीकेशन ऑन एमएसएमई समाधान? सर अब मोस्टली देवांग जी, राजकुमार सर एग्री करेंगे। हमारे सीएस के पास भी क्या होता है, फोन आते हैं, अभिषेक जी एक रजिस्ट्रेशन करवाना है कंपनी का। हाँ, हम सीधा स्टाफ को कहते हैं रजिस्ट्रेशन इनकॉर्पोरेट करवाइए। वर्क ऑर्डर तो दूर की बात है, इनवॉइस, हमसे तो इनवॉइस भी जनरेट नहीं होता, वो बड़ी तकलीफ वाली बात है। तो वर्क ऑर्डर तो होता ही नहीं सर, तो फिर हम सबमिट कहाँ करेंगे? एक मेरे को फ्लेश दिखा, एनी डिफरेंस बिटवीन उद्योग एंड एमएसएमई? दिस इज द उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशन इज कॉल्ड रजिस्ट्रेशन फॉर एमएसएमई, राइट? उद्योग आधार इट इज अर्लियर नोन एज उद्योग आधार, अब उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशन हो गया। और हम बाद में डिस्कस करेंगे, मेरे को फ्लेश दिख गया तो मैंने आंसर दिया। नाउ अब बात आती है वर्क ऑर्डर कैसे, अगर वर्क ऑर्डर है ही नहीं तो क्या हम क्लेम फाइल नहीं कर सकते? इज इट मैंडेटरी? यस, मैंडेटरी। इज देयर एनी अदर ऑप्शन? यस, वी हैव। We can file affidavit declaring the invoice with the invoice reference. हम affidavit यहाँ पे अटैच कर सकते हैं if we do not have the work order, right? तो ये एक बड़ा इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है। और एक और मैं शायद फिर बाद में, बीइंग अ सीए सर, अब बात आती है कि जब हम इंटरेस्ट क्लेम करेंगे तो देन व्हाट विल बी द सिचुएशन, बिकॉज वी डू नॉट हैव एनी स्टेटस ऑफ एक्सेप्टेंस ऑफ सर्विस. Let's take an example. Being a service provider, I am rendering services of internal audit, and after rendering the services, I just issued the invoice. वो भी फिजिकल चला जाता है मोस्टली, अब तो हम मेल यूज कर रहे हैं। तो सर वो इंटरेस्ट कब से कैलकुलेट करूं? फ्रॉम द कंप्लीशन ऑफ द सर्विस। तो आई रिक्वेस्ट ऑल ऑफ यू, आवर प्रोफेशनल कलीग, कि जस्ट ड्रॉप ए मेल whenever you complete any service. जैसे if registration has been done for company's registration, just attach एंड सेंड इट टू द क्लाइंट कि सर ये रजिस्ट्रेशन आपका हो चुका है और आप, ये हमारी तरफ से सर्विस, एक तरीके से इंटीमेशन। क्योंकि हमें जब क्लेम करना रहेगा, वी नीड टू कैलकुलेट फ्रॉम द डेट ऑफ एक्सेप्टेंस टू द डेट ऑफ पेमेंट, दैट पर्टिकुलर पीरियड। तो वो ध्यान रखना है। नाउ वेदर द साइलेंस ऑफ बायर आफ्टर फिजिकल रिसिप्ट ऑफ गुड्स कैन मेक क्लेम इनएलिजिबल फॉर एडमिशन बाय द काउंसिल? नॉट एट ऑल। साइलेंस है, 15 days हो गए, इट इज डीम्ड एक्सेप्टेंस। Whether council should deliver a conciliation award after the successful conciliation? Yes, conciliation जो settlement वगैरह जो होता है, जब डिस्कस किया जाता है तो अवार्ड डिक्लेयर होगा। Whether receivable from buyer, very important, such as advance deposit, कई बार हम एडवांस डिपॉजिट कर देते हैं बायर के पास जब कोई सर्विस रेंडर करते हैं, ईएमडी हम देते हैं, राइट, हम टेंडर अप्लाई करते हैं। स्टैट्यूटरी डिपॉजिट एज अदर देन सप्लाई ऑफ गुड्स, तो can be claimed in the claim before the council? Yes, we can claim that amount as well. Now I am just restricting my speech right now कि but एक स्टार्टअप का जरूर जो क्राइटेरिया वो कवर करता हूँ। दिस इज द लास्ट स्लाइड कि कंपनी का जो एज है फास्ट टेकिंग, क्योंकि हमें पूरा पैकेज देना है क्लाइंट को, और हमें एटलीस्ट इतना तो पता होना चाहिए ताकि क्लाइंट कहीं जाए नहीं। चाहे हमारे पास प्रोफेशनल नेटवर्किंग अलग हो, वो अलग बात है। कंपनी एज अब 10 years हो चुकी है स्टार्टअप के लिए। कंपनी टाइप, अर्लियर कुछ रिस्ट्रिक्शन थे, नाउ प्राइवेट लिमिटेड कंपनी और रजिस्टर्ड पार्टनरशिप फर्म आल्सो इज कैन बी ट्रीटेड एज स्टार्टअप, और एलएलपी। एनुअल टर्नओवर जो लास्ट जो 10 years है किसी में भी 100 crore से ज्यादा नहीं होना चाहिए। ओरिजिनल एंटिटी की कहने का मतलब रिकंस्ट्रक्शन वगैरह नहीं होना चाहिए, और इनोवेटिव और स्केलेबल होना चाहिए कि भाई आप क्या एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेट करेंगे और किस तरीके से इकोनॉमी में आप कंट्रीब्यूशन देंगे। तो ये सारी चीजें होती है जब हम रजिस्ट्रेशन के लिए जाते हैं स्टार्टअप के लिए। हम अभी स्टार्टअप पे नहीं है, तो दीज आर द वर्ड्स फ्रॉम माय साइड। थैंक्स अ लॉट। इफ यू हैव एनी क्वेरी देन आई विल बी हैप्पी टू हैव दैट। Thanks a lot, Devangji. Thanks a lot, Rajkumar sir, Shah sir, and thanks for hearing me. Thank you.
Devang, what I would request,
Yes,
if we
yes,
can
Rakesh.
enable unmuting, and we can humbly request all members that only one person should unmute, or if they can raise hand, because by discussion more doubts gets cleared.
Right. No, absolutely. We'll just keep the forum open for any questions. If
One query, which I saw in the chat box, Abhishek,
Mhm.
somebody in retail trade and warehousing processing, whether they will get MSME registration.
Yes, sir. I am also able to see that particular query as well. इसमें our client is into warehousing, processing, and retail trading. Sir, retail trading, as I told you, 46, 47 NIC code are not eligible to take registration under MSME. तो ये थोड़ा दिक्कत वाली बात है, आप नहीं ले सकते. और what is the difference between उद्योग आधार और MSME? MSME is a particular term which is we used for MSMED Act. Medium, small or medium enterprises. For getting the benefit, ideally, we need to get registered under the MSMED Act. And that registration which we are getting are called the Udyam registration right now. Earlier, it was known as Udyog Aadhaar. वो भी अभी वैलिड है 31 मार्च 2021 तक, और उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशन भी अभी इनफोर्स है ही है.
Hello, can I speak?
Yes, Shailesh, please.
Yeah, sir. My tip, the question which I raised on the chat box, it is relating to, as you rightly said, that 46 to this sections are not, eligible. But then what if the people are into both? This thing, they also provide warehousing, but warehousing doesn't come under retail, not it comes under.
अभिषेक, मैं एक वो जो नोटिफिकेशन है वो शेयर करता हूँ. 1 minute है.
That office memorandum, right? Is it?
हाँ, ऑफिस not office memorandum, it is that this is 27th June 2017. Yes, Abhishek, office memorandum. I think you had put on your this thing, na?
Right. I have taken
ये
this
एक
particular
मैं थोड़ा
notification
सा
into this.
brief background देता हूँ. See, those who want to practice in this area, I have been saying repeatedly, it is a gold mine. At the national level, when I'm talking, Abhishek is reading, myself, one or two more members, they are also not going in advance. I'm telling on the face of Abhishek, I tell him, you read IDR, you read other things, foreign trade policy. So there is something called National Industries Classification. It is by Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. So they have divided into 5 this thing. First is section A to U. Then there is a division which is of 2 digit. And then there is a group. I have remembered, Sustainable Development Goal, CS, Company Secretary. So D is 2 digit, group is 3 digit. Then there is a class which is 4 digit and subclass which is 5 digit. Now this is based on international standard or industries classification. So the relevant thing, these 8 activities are not covered. So we have, division 2 digit, 02 forestry and logging, 03 fishing and aquaculture, 45 wholesale and retail trade and repair of motor vehicles, motorcycles, 46 wholesale trade, and then in 01 in crop, there are 11 activities which are eligible. Like, agriculture and animal production is not eligible. It is 01 crop, animal production, hunting and related activities. But production of eggs is eligible. Poultry farming is eligible. Beekeeping and production of honey is eligible. Raising of silkworms, operation of agricultural irrigation, support activities, preparation of crops, cotton ginning, tobacco leaves, all these are eligible. So these are 5 digits. So coming to the query, main query, if you are in wholesale and retail trade, if you can come out of this, then you will be eligible. And there is, another document which I can share with everyone. It is there on the Ministry of Industries website. This is National Industries Classification of all economic activities.
Yes,
Therefore,
through by this,
I have
agreed,
renamed the
sir.
book. Yes, Abhishek.
Yes, yes, agreed. Through by this, we will be even have a bigger vision कि how can this particular 46, 47 be out of this particular preview. तो आप 46 वो जो 2 digit अपन को NIC code दिया गया है, then we can easily find out in this particular NIC classification.
Yeah. In NIC code, sir, this was my question. In NIC
और
code, see
ये
what?
जो NIC code है ना, it is ditto on international code. In international code, they don't have a sub classification. They have only, there is a international standard of industries classification. This is by United Nations. This is the 4th version. So हमारा जो classification है, it is similar to this classification. अभी हम आप 46 पे गए हैं क्या, सेलेस?
Yes, sir. I had went to this, and in this it is. This is showing, sir. इसमें ही ये show कर रहा है. और इसमें कैसा है, एक दो नहीं था, बहुत सारा रजिस्ट्रेशन था. So see now this 46 it is mentioned. तो ये कैटेगरी में आ रहा था, but when we were filling the actual उद्यम registration, वहां पे ये दिखा नहीं रहे थे codes.
है ना सेलेस, 46 and 47 is ineligible. ये ineligible category है.
Shailesh ji, if you find any sorry sir, please, I think
हाँ, ये 46 division है ना, इसमें जो group, ये 4610 is classification, class, and 5 digit is subclass. Everything is ineligible.
Okay. तो गलती से हम लोगों ने
sir, do you want to add something on this? Because at NSIC also they may be processing this little bit. Oh, आंसर मिला सेलेस?
हाँ, आंसर तो मिल गया सर, बट अभी हम लोगों ने दिक्कत कर दी है. हमारे पास 10-12 लोग आए थे विद सेम क्लासिफिकेशन, तो हमने सभी का रजिस्ट्रेशन कर लिया. और एक्चुअली क्या था, फीस भी 10-10 हजार पर रजिस्ट्रेशन मिल रही थी. तो इवन टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, दिस वाज न्यू फॉर अस. तो हमने
नो इशू, सी वी हैव नॉट डन एनीथिंग रॉन्ग. उसमें क्या हुआ है, रजिस्ट्रेशन कर लिया तो कर लिया. देयर इज अ पेनल्टी सेक्शन 26, उसमें कोई तो बिकॉज ये इतना अंडरस्टैंडिंग बहुत पढ़ने के बाद में मास्टरी आती है.
टू बी एक्चुअली सो व्हेन
ये MSME के पीछे पढ़ा हूँ, देन आई हैव गैदर्ड ऑल दिस. अभिषेक से सीखा है बहुत कुछ.
और ऐसा नहीं था, मतलब
एनी अदर मेंबर.
शैलेश जी, राजकुमार सर, इसमें मैं एक ऐड करना चाहूंगा. कई बार क्या है सर, मेरे पास एक क्वेरीज थी फ्रॉम अ बैंकर. मेरा सेशन चल रहा था और इट्स फॉर अगेन आई थिंक ग्रेट आई ओपनिंग फॉर ऑल ऑफ अस. उसमें क्या था, उसने ऐसा बोला, बिकॉज सिंस वी ऑल आर प्रोफेशनल, की क्वेरी ये थी, स्टैम्प ड्यूटी में रिडक्शन था बेस्ड ऑन MSME सर्टिफिकेट, एंड एसएससी आर इनटू अ ट्रेडिंग, प्योर ट्रेडिंग एक्टिविटी. अब वो उसमें रजिस्ट्रेशन करवा रहे हैं और स्टैम्प ड्यूटी में वेवर ले रहे हैं एंड सर्टिफाइड बाय द चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट. तो यहाँ अपन को थोड़ा सा एक बात ध्यान देने की है कि सर्टिफिकेशन तो वहां तो हमें बिल्कुल भी ऐसा नहीं करने का, क्योंकि ये सब ऑलरेडी स्पेसिफिकली इफ यू वेंट टू द उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशन साइट, देन दे हैव स्पेसिफिकली मेंशन्ड, there is again a red light ki these NIC code are not covered under MSME Act. Or once you click on that particular running line, then you will find this particular office memorandum notification of 2017. तो यहाँ थोड़ा सा अपन को ध्यान रखना कि unnecessary benefit कल को वो MSME Act पे based on our certificate, तो वो थोड़ा सा हमें बिल्कुल ध्यान रखने वाली बात है. अदरवाइज तो ठीक करवा लिया, आप कन्वे करना चाहें तो कर सकते हैं.
और शैलेश, उसको कैंसिल करवा दो. अंडर सेक्शन 27 मैंने देखा है
कैंसिलेशन का ऑप्शन,
ऑफेंस, देयर इज अ पेनल्टी. ये बहुत ही छोटा एक्ट है. इट इज 32 सेक्शंस, MSME And I can share, those who WhatsApp to me, it is available on the website. Ministry की website पे भी ये पूरा bare act है.
Yes, sir, we can share as well.
Any other member had any other query? Any aspect of industry, not only MSME, startups, non-MSME, industrial license, industrial entrepreneurship memorandum. Otherwise, we will proceed. We'll wait for 1 minute. Devang, whether Vijay Prakash sir is there, his session is Vijay Prakash sir or Saju sir? Whose session is first?
Yeah. My session is coming, sir.
We can take
Okay.
We can take
Great,
Saju sir's session.
Over to Devang sir.
Yeah. A warm welcome to Saju sir. Firstly, many thanks for accepting our invitation at such a short notice.
Okay.
Members, dear members, we for this time slot we had another speaker, Mr. Bhagwanji Chandwani, but unfortunately he's down with COVID and home quarantine. And Saju sir was kind enough to accept our invitation at such a short notice.
Thank you.
A big thank you, sir, for accepting that and taking our session. Saju sir is from SIDBI, so he is the person behind all the initiatives which we see at SIDBI level, and there are various schemes which the SIDBI has kind of enacted for the market players. So with this, I'll request Saju sir to take it over from here and enlighten our members on the various schemes and the benefits which the industry players could benefit of.
Okay. Thank you. Am I audible and I am visible to you?
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Yeah. Good evening to everyone. First of all, I thank you for the organizers for giving SIDBI an opportunity to express our products and schemes to explain and whatever we are offering to MSMEs. And special thanks to Dr. Rajkumar sir and Mr. Devang. And they are very kind enough to organize to this program for the benefit of MSME loan aspirants. And the CS are playing a crucial role to connect, credit connect to the MSME aspirants. And we are very eager to associate with the CS to disseminate our information as well as to dispense more credit to the desired MSMEs. See, some of you probably aware what is SIDBI, how it has been established, what is our role, but at least just I will touch upon briefly the role and what all roles our vertical and branch offices are doing. SIDBI is established by an Act of Parliament in 1990 for the promotion of MSMEs. Our corporate office is in Mumbai, our head office is in Lucknow. We have 6 regional offices and around 79 branch offices across the country. Wherever main industry clusters are located, there our branches are available. In Mumbai, we have 2 offices. One is in Thane and one is in Vasai. I am representing from Vasai. I am the in charge of Vasai branch office. Vasai just recently, just 1 year back only we have opened because our strategy got changed. We have to be very close proximity to the MSME cluster. That's why we have moved from BKC to Vasai. There more units are located. Mainly we do refinance to banks. That is done by our corporate office from Mumbai, and we extend finance to NBFCs for their MSME exposure, and we do finance for MFIs for their MSME exposure. We will refinance to them. That is the main thing. It is done by our corporate office. But through our branch office, we are directly dealing with MSMEs. And we are funding to their capex. That is the main thing branch offices are doing. Here, recently we have suited we have designed special machinery loans and it is very easy to dispense we have simplified our procedure, and that way that product is moving very fast and good level of acceptance among the MSME borrowers. Mainly it is machinery loan. That is, we recently introduced one speed scheme. In fact, that name itself is giving that meaning of that this one. Now it will be credit will be dispensed with very fast. That way we designed that product as a speed. For the speed, the requirement is 3 years vintage with the profitable track record. In that case, whoever is going for machinery from some established OEMs, original equipment manufacturers, then we can fund it. Should be at corporate office level, we have MOU with leading OEMs that around 50 OEMs we have tie-up, and any MSME wanted to have machinery from them, then we can cover under that speed scheme. The advantage is that we will be able to extend 100% finance, including GST. We can give for 5 years period. And this one, no, we can give a small moratorium for up to 6 months. In that moratorium period, borrowers will have to pay the interest, and after moratorium, they have to start their principal repayment. It is meant for 5 year period. Then that processing everything will be very fast. If the all information, if it is available, we will be able to sanction within a week's time. That within 5 days we will be able to sanction, and within next one week we will be able to even disburse it after creation of all security, this one, all other ROC filing formalities. That way machinery loan, it is in fact our branch, the turnaround time is for processing speed case, it is 2 days. That's why it depends on how fast borrowers are giving the desired information, then processing everything will be very fast in our system. We need certain documents. Mainly we need Aadhaar card and PAN card of the promoter and PAN card of the borrower unit, and obviously that quotation whatever is proposed for the machinery. And we need Udyoga Aadhaar memorandum, because sometime they need to get subsidy. That's why Udyoga Aadhaar memorandum also required. Then these are the major documents it is required to be lodged with SIDBI in the initial phase. Then we will fetch some CIBIL score, and if it is in the acceptable level, then we will issue application. That application borrowers will have to fill up in the online format and submit to us. Then our process will start. That's what I told you. Within 5 days after submission of complete information, we will be able to process it. Normally, we are taking 1% is the processing fee along with the GST. And after that, we will be issuing our formal communication to the borrower. Then we will do the documentation, entire process, entire documentation related work our officers will do. And after this ROC filing, whatever is involved, then we can release money. Here, one small security is involved, because 100% finance we are extending. There we are insisting around cash collateral of around 25% to 30% cash collateral of loan amount. That is the security for this machinery loan. See, before getting the proposal, if the proposal is flowing through some consultants, some CA firms, we expect some kind of preliminary scrutiny from your side. That will give comfort, and that way we will be able to deliver our product very fast. Only thing is that CIBIL, that it is very acceptable tool to verify the credit worthiness of the promoter. That's why our acceptable level, it is 700 to 900. If it is falling, then it will be easy to take forward further. Then we will depend one more tool, that is CMR, that is CIBIL MSME rank. That up to CMR 6 we will be able to take it. And beyond that thing, I think we will have some special approval from our regional office as well as HO is required. Within that category, anyone is going for machinery acquisition, we will be able to give finance, and our rate of interest is very, very competitive. And it depends on our internal rating. based on the balance sheet strength and CIBIL score, we will do the one internal rating, then we will fix the pricing. But our rate is very attractive. We have recently reduced also. It comes around 8.15 to 8.3 range. It is available for the machinery loan. Whoever is sourcing this machinery from the identified MOU OEMs. Then another product is that suppose machinery is OEM, but they may not have MOU with SIDBI. That case also we will be able to extend finance. There also 100% finance is possible. That we call it as a Pradham scheme. Only difference is that their security deposit is slightly high than the speed scheme, but they're also 100% finance with the GST. We will be able to extend. These are the two machinery loan we are giving to the MSME borrowers. Then if you have any reference or any clients looking for very concessional or attractive rate of interest with a good credit standing, you can refer to SIDBI. That is the thing. It is mainly done at the branch level. Another thing, it is meant for startup assistance. No, see, in our background, we can refer to one special scheme, that is Stand Up India scheme, that is exclusively for beginners. That earlier I told that two scheme, it is meant for 3 years vintage is mandatory with 3 years profitable track record. But this Stand Up India scheme, it is a government of India scheme. It is meant for these beginners who are whoever is starting new venture. Then that scheme will be more ideal. Under Stand Up India, yes, SIDBI is the main agency, and we are only promoting that digital platform, and loan will be dispensed to through other scheduled commercial banks, and loan amount will be 10 lakh to 100 lakh. It is available for starting new venture. But the target group is that entire women and as well as SC ST entrepreneurs can avail this Stand Up India. Under women, cutting across all caste religion, they will be eligible to get in between 10 lakh to 100 lakh. That is the loan limit. It is available under Stand Up India scheme. This scheme is given by the bank branches. Government has given target for each bank branch. One branch will have to do 2 cases. That's why one banker side, they are not getting any support worthy proposal. On the other side, that loan aspirants are not getting this desired credit. That's why that disconnect is happening. That's why you will be the catalyst in spreading this information about the Stand Up India scheme. That way, more and more people will have credit access. Okay, then mainly you see what is the charges involved in SIDBI loan. Normally, it is the one question it is coming. See, we are taking 1% as the processing fee of the loan amount. Other than 1%, no charges are involved. Okay, for documentation, obviously, whatever stamp paper is required, that borrower will have to bear it. That after that entire process, the documentation work we will do after filing the ROC and the SERSAI, we will be able to disburse the loan. The process mainly involves, see, first we will do one preliminary scrutiny after fetching the CIBIL score. If it is in the acceptable level, we will issue application. After application comes, we will do one formal visit, pre-sanction visit to the unit. Then we will have a discussion with the promoter. What is the repayment required? What is the moratorium? These parameters, if it is fixed, then we will do the appraisal. After appraisal, we will be putting up to our internal committee. We will sanction. After sanction, 1% upfront fee comes. We will be able to communicate a formal sanction letter. Then next day or subsequently, we can do the documentation. Then within a week's time, we will be able to disburse the loan. That way, process also simplified. Now it is as per the expectation of the borrower, we will be able to disburse the credit. Before disbursement, that security is to be created. In this the two machinery loan, main security is the cash collateral. They have to subscribe SIDBI fixed deposit. For that, they will get interest at the market rate. Okay. Then another point, mainly main query is coming. It is on the aspect of subsidy. SIDBI is one of the nodal agencies for credit-linked capital subsidy, and at the time of sanctioning term loan, we are processing subsidy also. We are sanctioning subsidy also. Till March, we have sanctioned and we have lodged in the subsidy portal. But for the current year, we are waiting for the announcement from the Ministry of MSME. As and when announcement comes, we will be able to sanction. Till that time, we have to wait. Normally, what we have experienced that earlier time also, whenever any lack of announcement, anything comes, whenever the announcement comes, they will be considering the broken period. Right from that, whatever is left out, that portion also, whoever has made the eligible investment, they will ask us to cover the subsidy. That's why subsidy details can be had from that Ministry of MSME website. There it is clearly given what is the eligible machinery, what is the eligible technology, how much is the amount. Very clearly it is given. That's why it will be automatically whoever is making eligible investment, they will be getting subsidy. And SIDBI is one of the nodal agencies for taking forward this CLCS subsidy. Okay. Now, any particular query? Anything for machinery loan? Anything? Hello. Am I audible? Is it audible? Very.
Yes, sir, you're audible. I'm just looking at the chat box to see if there are any questions.
Okay. Okay.
Raju sir, we give very less attention to this area. What I have
Okay. Okay.
seen, our emphasis on entrepreneurship, industrialization, starting new activity,
Okay. Okay.
and we should not go by this 10 lakhs. Matlab, we can charge a reasonable fees compared to our other services.
Okay.
So slowly this will happen.
Right. Right.
Hmm.
No. See what we have seen. No, because we have come across that whenever we hold meetings with the bankers, they were telling that they are not getting support worthy proposal for Stand Up India. At the same time, they are unable to meet their target, and the borrowers are telling they are not getting adequate credit at the appropriate time. That's why that disconnect is happening. That is just because of lack of information about Stand Up India scheme. This is
Correct.
it is meant for beginners, for starting new venture, new enterprises. Suppose if they have earlier experience, then they are ineligible. That's why what lack of information about the scheme, no, it is creating a impediment for the smooth
Yeah.
operation of the.
Raju sir, with your permission, I'll share the website. So, which I wanted otherwise. No, this is the website of Stand Up Mitra.
Okay. Okay.
And where, Stand Up India scheme is there.
Okay. Right. Right.
So, I want to request all my friends. I'll be talking on professional opportunities. So, I'll be covering this. But since you are referring Stand Up India scheme,
Okay.
so we have to first get familiarized with all the schemes. Then only we can guide our clients.
Right.
You go for this scheme, you go for this subsidy, like this.
That's what, see, now, sir, you might have experienced that for starting a new venture, credit is the main issue. Credit, I think, it will not come on time. That is creating some problem for the new enterprising entrepreneurs. That's why government has come out with this scheme, and a target is also given for not each bank. One bank branch will have to do 2 accounts. That is why target also, but bank manager is writing we are not getting any viable proposal. That's why that.
Any member has any query, we can pause for a minute. They can unmute and ask.
In fact, no, it is meant for manufacturing, services, even trading. 3 segments it is covered.
So we have to differentiate. Trading, MSME registration may not be available,
Okay.
but
Okay.
scheme benefits are available. So when we study the subject,
Okay.
The registration has a different benefits.
Okay.
Certain benefits are available to certain categories only, like certain marketing benefits. Government procurement is available only to micro and small.
Okay. Right. Right.
They are not available to medium.
Correct. Very true. Very true.
And Make in India is available to anyone.
Okay.
It can be startup, it can be large industry, it can be medium. So 50% Indian content.
Okay. Okay.
So they will, government need to buy under Make in India scheme.
Right. Right.
Abhishek, do you want to add something?
Yes, sir.
I want to add one more point. See, for beginners, the main issue they are encountering that lack of collateral. In that case, also government has come out with a clear instruction. Suppose if anyone has any collateral issue, anyone is having that can be covered under one guarantee scheme. That guarantee scheme is also offered under Stand Up India. That's why their idea is those who are having with one viable business model, then that promoter should not have any problem just because of credit, just because of collateral. That's why even guarantee scheme is special guarantee scheme is available for Stand Up India, and the government is telling it is meant for only for starting new venture, and target is there. That's why banks are having pressure to give this loan. That's why any viable case, I think, it will be possible to get loan easily under this scheme. Only thing is that they have to ask loan under Stand Up India scheme. Only problem is that it is meant for women entrepreneurs. A women entrepreneur, suppose if it's a partnership firm, if the 51% share is held by women, then it will qualify. Okay, that way people are just altering their constitution and making it eligible for Stand Up India. Now it is more than 1 lakh crore. No, 1 lakh. This one, no aspirants have been covered. All these things. 1 lakh aspirants have already enjoyed this benefit, but still, further scope is to disseminate information on this.
Thanks a lot, Shaju sir. Great thing that you have covered, and even we as a professional are enlightened from your views that we have different scheme as far as women is concerned as well. Shaju sir, do we have that particular scheme guidelines on the slide itself? Should be किस slide पे मिलेगा हमको वो सब?
Yeah, sir. Now entire scheme guidelines on this Stand Up India, it is now portal driven. Now no need to visit physically to any branch. See, they can go to one udyamimitra.in or standupmitra.in. Both are one and the same two window. If they go to that, the portal will guide you what is to be done. Scheme guidelines, it is given in one page, and they can just log in and they can fill up the application. And one common application will flow to all bank. It will go to one marketplace. From the marketplace, any lender can pick up any application. That means while applying this loan, this borrower can select the preferred bank 1, preferred bank 2, 3, and their branches also. It will be available in the drop-down box. Then whatever is there in his district, whatever banks are available, and their bank branch and bank.
Raju sir, I just opened Udyam Mitra portal.
Okay.
What you are talking about?
Right. They have to register first. That
Yeah,
will be
there
validated
is a
with OTP.
login and registration, and
Right.
this is a SIDBI portal where the all schemes may be there.
Right. All schemes are there.
Like separate Swavlamban Silai school.
That all mainly our promotional and developmental assistance only it is given. We are funding one non-financial activity also. We are taking it very aggressively.
Udyami Mitra.
That is right. That is the digital platform for accessing credit for MSME borrowers. Through that Udyami Mitra, you can access for Mudra loan, you can access for Stand Up India, and the general MSME loan. These entire MSME loans could be accessed through that portal.
Yes, sir. You can carry on.
Yeah.
Any
And
member would
another
like
thing
to
is that
ask anything?
subsidy.
Yes, Saju sir, go ahead.
That credit linked capital subsidy, it started way back. Now it is going on very well, and per unit, per borrower, it is maximum eligible 15 lakh. Okay, but recently they made some modification. Earlier it was 15 percentage of investment, subject to a maximum ceiling of 15 lakh. Now ministry has modified the scheme that 15% of the loan amount. Okay, but in our case, no. Normally, we are giving 100% finance for machinery loan. That's why I think promoters will not lose anything just because of this condition. They are getting under 100% of that eligible, this one, no, 15%, because we are giving 100% loan. That is only one small change. It has happened recently, and they need to have registration in Udyam portal. That initially it had some teething issues. I think now it is solved. Udyoga Dar memorandum is a mandatory thing, but now they are insisting even Udyam registration also. That is also to be done parallelly, side by side.
Shaju sir, one question from my side. That machinery loan, 100% machinery loan, will it be collateral free?
Yeah. It is one cash collateral. It is there. 25 percentage, 25 percentage FD, ZB FD. They have to subscribe. For that FD, they will earn interest, but interest and principal we will pay them back only after closure of the loan. Till that time, interest will get accumulated on quarterly compounding basis.
Okay, sir.
That means no, because if you go for collateral with the land and building, we have to engage several other agencies like valuation, title investigation, some advocate. It is taking its own time, and sometimes no, it will have some issue also in that title investigation report. That is creating some issue in that while disbursing. But cash collateral means just on the same day, morning FD will come, and the afternoon before documentation is done, we will be able to release money. That's why within a week's time we will process and disburse. That is the way things are happening. That people are happy.
Okay, sir.
Now we have another scheme. Now we have a special scheme. We call it as internally STAR scheme. That is for acquiring solar rooftop solar panel up to 2.5 crore we can give. Whoever is going for captive purpose, no, then we can give loan for acquisition of solar panel up to 2.5 crore per borrower. We will be able to sanction. That also one special scheme. It is designed. It is available from SIDBI. Under our speed scheme, that is machinery scheme, per borrower in a year maximum 1 crore it is available. To our existing clients, we are giving 2 crore. But this one, no, it is very good acceptability is there among the borrowers. They are very happy, and we are adding new OEMs in our list. Currently, we are having around 50 OEMs. Mainly, they are in the manufacturing space. That involves the even international OEMs. That's why import is also possible from us. Okay. Right. Alright. Anything anyone wants to know more about SIDBI scheme? NBFC finance we are doing, microfinance, whatever underlying assets towards MSME outstanding, we are giving loan. That is done by our corporate office. That is also possible. If you have any reference, we can reach out to give this loan. Another digital platform, another digital initiative we have taken, that PSB loan in 59 minutes. That is done through one with a joint collaboration with one agency. That loan is also possible. It's a quick delivery. It is happening. We have tied up with almost all lenders. Then customers can select, and the one in principle approval will be available within 59 minutes, and they can, after that they can approach and they can get the loan. That also it is our initiative only. Okay. Any specific query for our loan product services, anything?
I think, sir, there are no queries.
Okay, okay.
We will become more active, with SIDBI, NABARD, other agencies.
Okay.
Where perhaps we have not looked much into that.
Okay, okay.
OR board, KVIC.
Okay.
They are very important, all of them.
Correct, correct, correct.
Devang sir, Mr. Devang.
Yes, Rajkumarji.
Is Vijay sir joining us?
I'm just checking that only.
Shaju sir, do you want to add anything more?
Yeah. See, suppose our operational jurisdiction, no, it covers around 100 kilometers. We can cover even Silvassa, Daman, because promoters are based in Mumbai. They may be setting up their factory in Daman or Silvassa or Palghar. That area also we will be able to extend finance. It will
You
come under
are
our
in charge of
Thane or
Vasai
Vasai
branch. Shaju sir, you are in charge of Vasai branch.
Correct, correct.
So how many other branches in Bombay area?
I told you in the initially we have two branches in Mumbai. One is in Thane and another one is in Vasai. Both
So
has
Bombay say
jurisdiction
Andheri
of around
area is
100
looked
kilometers.
after where? Andheri area?
Andheri, we can take it up. Vasai can take it up. Or promoter is there. If they are staying near to Thane, then they can approach Thane office also. Thane office is slightly bigger branch. Around 14-15 people are there. It is heading by a DGM. These two offices you can approach wherever, as per their convenience, they can approach us.
Anything else, sir, from your side?
This all. See, mainly we are focusing in our branch offices is focusing mainly on machinery loan for their expansion plan that we are giving. So suppose any import of machinery, anything involved, then bank guarantee, LC, this kind of things we will be able to offer along with the term loan.
Thank you, Shaju sir. Thank you for your time, and I have shared your mobile number and email ID with our participants.
Right.
So if they have any query, they will get back to you.
Okay.
And Devang, I will start my address and let Vijay Prakash ji join agent when he comes.
That's right. I was just trying to reach him. I think he might.
No issue. No issue.
Yeah. Yes, sir. You can start.
Thank you, Shaju sir. Thank you, Abhishek, for creating a foundation for, I am addressing on what I don't like to call professional opportunities. I say that it is a services which is a must, a person, one who knows the subject must give services to the nation, to the state, to any entrepreneur or anyone who wants to do the activity. So this field, though we titled the subject MSME, but I would like to say the larger is economic activity. When I started studying, though MSME Act I studied since 2006, when the Act came. But the real study started, on 12th May, when Narendra Modi ji talked about Atmanirbhar Bharat. And, then we have 5 tranches, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, where MSME was highlighted in a big manner. And and then Atmanirbhar Bharat, I started reading, startups. I started reading Make in India scheme, which is for everyone. So to set the ball rolling, this field, like, we have a GST field, we have a direct tax field. This field, what I am talking about, is the economic activity. It is a field where anybody can make money. Economic activity means it is not a charitable activity. And when we go to National Industries Classification, there are 21 sections, A to U. And those sections are divided into 99 divisions. 99 divisions are divided into 990 group. 990 groups are divided into 9,900 classes. So this is international level and India level same. Then India level, we have divided 9,900 class into 99,000 subclass. That means we have 99,000 economic activities where only 8 groups are ineligible. So we have 99 groups. So 91 groups are eligible for MSME. When we come to non-MSME or startup, there is no ineligibility. So first area of work is anybody who want to do a new activity. We will first decide, in what form you will do. Whether you will do as a sole proprietor, whether you will do a general partnership, whether you will do as an LLP, whether you will do as a private limited company. So that is the first consultancy. The second, what we were talking earlier, MSME concept came in 2006. When the MSME, before that it was a small scale industry. So there is another act called, Industries Development and Regulation Act 1951. That is also a very small legislation having 31 sections, like MSME Act has a 32 sections. So this is the first legislation. IDR Act is the first legislation on industry. We got independence in 47. So once you will start enjoying this subject, you will go into, World Economic Forum, pre-independence, what was our industry. Then, we recently had 2 act on agriculture, and we had an amendment in the Essential Commodities Act. So agriculture is also one very important activity where government want to give a focus and make the GDP double compared to what the share of the agriculture in GDP is there. Then the immediate opportunity, the second opportunity is the registration, what we were talking. So we have a Udyam registration now. So this website of champions is very comprehensive, and I am sharing this. So there is a champion website created, and there is a linkage along with champion. I will also show the ministry MSME website. So like this is MSME website, and then there are linkage like we were talking about Udyam registration. So we have a portal, online registration of MSME. We were talking about, MSME Samadhan, what Mr. Abhishek covered in great detail, that, and one section which is relevant to all of us as an auditor is uh, section 22. Abhishek, I would like you to simultaneously deliberate, because then more deliberation will happen. So under section 22, if there is any amount outstanding, and this is only for micro and small, only two category, medium is not covered. The chapter 5 of the MSME Act delayed payment only to micro and small. So we have to show, it is a statutory obligation of the entity and of the auditor, that what is the amount outstanding, then what is the interest due. Interest is 3 times the bank rate, compounded at the monthly interval. So that is another area. Now in MSME Samadhan, the amount which is receivable by micro and small enterprises, they can make an application here. Within 90 days, the application will be disposed of. So I'll just show this portal, and it's an online, like they have given statistics how much, and the decree passed. The order under this act is like a decree. And if the buyer of the goods or services, and we as a chartered accountant also can have a MSME registration, and we must take, but not only chartered accountant, all other professionals, architect, lawyers, company secretaries, manpower service providers, all intangible services, because the word used is enterprise. And therefore I said, economic activity rather than industry. Normally industry means manufacturing activity. So this is another area of consultancy. Matlab we can, even if we specialize in MSME Samadhan, there will be a lot of work, because, and there was one query in the chat box. Suppose I am eligible for registration, but till today I have not taken a registration. Today I take a registration. I am in existence for say last 10 years, 15 years. Once I take registration, even my earlier supplies, earlier sale will be covered. I am MSME. So micro and small, I'll be able to make my application under MSME Samadhan. Then in MSME Samadhan, there is a facilitation council, which is like an arbitration forum. We can also apply to be a part of that council, because they keep the panel of the arbitrators. So that is another area which we can work on. The third major area, I call it a first area, is marketing. See, we as a chartered accountant, we have looked after the audit, we have looked after the tax, the direct and indirect, and accounting. But any manufacturer or provider of service will make profit when they are able to sell their services. So there is a government e-market, and there is a public procurement policy order, and marketing is one big area of practice. There are two orders which I would like to show. One is this is the order of 23rd March 2012. And first there is a Hindi version, and then I'll show the English version. What are the important area? So under this order, this is issued under section 11 of the MSME Act. So there the benefit is available to micro and small enterprises. See there under section 11. So this order is called Public Procurement Policy for Micro and Small Enterprises. Now under this order, and there is an amendment in 2018, 9th November 2018, there is a small amendment that instead of 20% total purchases by public sector enterprises and government department, 25. So this order says, this is 9th November 2018, instead of 25% purchases has to be from micro and small enterprises. And within this 25%, under paragraph 4, the 4% is for scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. And there is a new paragraph 4A is added. 3% is for women entrepreneurs. Now, and on this GEM portal, if we will see the market purchases, there is another. Then under this portal, under this order, in paragraph 11, there are 358 items for which, 100% of the purchases has to be from micro and small. So what we can do a detailed study of this. And I'm still doing some more study. What is the total purchases by the government? There are 51 ministries in our government, and there are more than 350 public sector undertakings. So this is one, a big area of practice. Another big area of practice is in marketing only. There is a Make in India order. So in 2017, this order was issued 15th June 2017. Public procurement preference to Make in India. Now under this order, and this order is issued under general financial rules. So once we will start reading this, we will also read what are the general financial rules of the government of India. And in Make in India order, when the local contents are 50% or more, then we can supply compared to others at 20% more price. So this is one big benefit. And here in Make in India order, the supplier may be any. It may be MSME, it can be startup, or it can be a large enterprise. So this is one area where there are two kind of suppliers, L1 and local suppliers. Two categories are there, class 1 and class 2. So minimum local content is to be 50%. Margin of purchase preference, that means those who are class 1 local suppliers, their price may be 20% more than compared to other suppliers. And there is a e-portal, government e-marketplace, on which the purchases happens. One can register on that portal. Then there is under MSME only, there is another facility called trades. There is a trade receivable electronic discounting scheme. So on champions, like full form of champions is creation and harmonious application of modern processes for increasing the output and national strength. Because 11 crore people work in micro, small and medium enterprises. So there are three trades platform, like RXIL, M1 Exchange and Invoice Mod. So those micro, small and medium enterprises, they can upload their invoices here. And like factor, this any discounter will discount it on this platform. So this is another area of opportunity available to guide our customers. I'll cover one or two areas, then I'll take question and then I'll cover more. So registration is one, marketing, then startup is another category. In startups, there are multiple websites which, we have three ministries, major three ministries in the, if we want to specialize in industry practice or economic activity. Saying industry also is not hyper technically correct. So economic activity practice, we have a ministry of MSME. So micro, small, medium enterprises. Then we have a Ministry of Commerce and Industry. So Ministry of Commerce, we have two departments, Department of Commerce and Department of Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. So Department of Commerce deals with, export, foreign trade policy. So we have, MSME, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, and third is Ministry of Heavy Industries and Public Enterprises. Then, some other, like, Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation is for a statistical purpose. So in startup, one is what is a startup? Startup is defined under the notification. 16th February 2016, the first notification came for startup scheme. So startup is an enterprise which is either an LLP or a private limited company or a general partnership. Only three categories are eligible. And the business should be innovative and business should be scalable. These are the only two conditions. Now, among our chartered accountant, this treasurer of Bombay Chartered Accountant Society, he is registered as a startup. So he is giving a consultancy of internal control and setting up the enterprises. And there are many other CAs who have enrolled themselves as a startup. So under section 80 IAC of the income tax, there is a deduction, 100% deduction for 3 years. So out of 10 years, they can select any 3 years. There the criteria for startup is the exports, the total sales should not be more than 100 crores. And then there is a concept called unicorn. This is internationally a concept. Unicorn is an enterprise, a startup whose market valuation is 1 billion or more, 1 billion US dollar. Like if we calculate the US dollar and Indian rupees, I would say 1 million is 10 lakhs and 1 billion is 1000 multiplied by 10 lakhs. So it is 100 crores. So going by say 75 rupees, a simple calculation, that means it should be 7,500 crores, the value. And we have Indian startups about 30-40 who falls in the unicorn. And in the startup portal, we can register as a service provider. We can register in the network. So that is another area of practice. Then we have a area called subsidy. So we have earlier I was showing that website Stand Up Mitra. Like each state, in Maharashtra we have a Maharashtra package scheme. In Gujarat we have a Gujarat. So we have 28 states and we have 8 union territories. So we can specialize in the subsidies at which place an industry or an activity should be set up. Another area in the economic activity is SEZ. This is again a 15-year-old concept. There is a Special Economic Zone Act 2005. So this is again regulated by Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Within ministry there are departments. So once we study the structure of the Government of India, the ministries, the departments, so we have many SEZ. So SIPs, what earlier we used to call export processing zones. Then there is a unit called 100% EOU. And then I would like to show in the area of on DIPP website, there are two kind of registration. Though the domain name is still DIPP, but this department name has undergone a change. It is DPIIT, Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. So in this, there are few industries where the license is required. So Industrial Entrepreneurship Memorandum. So this is for those industries which do not fall in the category of MSME. So that means turnover is more than 250 crore. They have to register as a IEM. Industrial license is, for cigarette making, defense production, ammunitions. So this is again an online registration. And then I was talking about public procurement. Now, what is public procurement? Uh, and then, there is a, what I see, foreign trade policy. Now, this is issued for 5 years. So we have a foreign trade policy which was on 1st April 2015 till 31st March 2020. Now it is extended for one more year. So till 31st March 2021, we have a FDI policy. So there is another act called Foreign Trade Development and Regulation Act. So one green area which is available is how our client can export the product, in which country they can sell. Uh, so in public procurement, all these make in India orders are available. We have an updated version which is issued on this is an old in 2020. Yes, like this is the revised order. On 16th September 2020, they've issued a revised make in ODS. So there is a class 1 local suppliers, class 2 local suppliers, L1. So industries can fall or economic activity can fall in this broad group: MSME, there are three: micro, small, and medium. Startups, which is again a classification. So one can be a micro unit, still a startup, or a medium enterprise and still a startup, and both benefits will be available. And then there is a industrial license or industrial entrepreneurship memorandum. Then we have SEZ or 100% EOU. I would like to show one more notification in the registration category, that is of 1st November 2013. And this also Abhishek has given me. Thanks to Abhishek. This, the things are scattered. If an enterprise falling under any of three categories graduates to a higher category from its original category or beyond the purview of the Act, it will have all known tax benefits for the period of 3 years from the date of such graduation to the higher category. So suppose I was small or micro, because public procurement benefit is available to small and micro. And now I am medium. So public procurement benefit will be available to me under this notification. So this is issued under Section 9. Please read MSME Act. It's a very small act. So this is another area. What I will do, I'll stop here for some time, and I would like to invite questions, because questions will give more ideas. Yes, Rakhi Jain has asked one question. Which class schedule application to expansion? If so, may I apply to invest in? No, plant and machinery. Rakhi, can you elaborate? Can you unmute and elaborate if you are on this? Yeah, you are there. Devang, are we making unmuting facility available?
Yes, Rajkumar ji, the speaker.
Rakhi, will you elaborate this if you are listening to us?
Yeah, Rajkumar ji, members will be able to unmute themselves.
Yeah. Therefore, I am requesting again and again to her. Otherwise, I will answer as per my understanding. Now, my understanding is what she is asking. I'll say the notification. In the plant and machinery, there is a 5th October, 6th October 2006 notification. Is it in the share mode? No, it is not. So 6th October 2006. So in plant and machinery, what we have to do, or the investment, because we have a criteria 1 crore, 5 crore, and 10 crore. We will take written down value, not the original cost. And certain things are to be excluded, like equipment, tools, installation of plant and machinery, research and development, power generation, bank charges, procurement, gas producer plants, transportation charges, and certain things we have to include under para 2, import duty, shipping charges, custom clearance. So, Raki, if you are listening to us, you can unmute and elaborate your question. Any other member would like to ask anything, whatever all three of us we have said so far, Abhishek, Saju sir and myself? Because this subject is very, very interesting. See, Devang, I was surprised. In Andheri West Study Circle, I was posting this. And there was more query on GST, income tax. Nobody was raising a query on economic activity. So that shows our focus. There are 200 members in the WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
Yeah, yes, sir.
I was saying this is gold mine. Please give some time. Please study this.
So what
And this is at all forum, because this is perhaps my 5th session. I started with Goregaon West Study Circle. Then I took in Textile Market, Surat. Then Goa branch, I took the session. Then Surat branch, I took the session on the same topic.
Right. So
And there are no readers, no experts.
Yeah. Maybe I think the subject matter is maybe not
new
as
to us.
maybe
It is new to us.
Yeah.
And we have, see, first I say everything happens twice. First in the mind, I must believe that I can mint million or trillion of rupees in this work.
Yeah.
See, minting is one aspect. Second is, I am increasing GDP of the country. I am making people rich. See, when somebody do not get the job, I say कि भगवान ने तुमको जॉब के लिए बनाया नहीं है. You should become entrepreneur.
Okay.
So, and I want to mentor everyone, those who want, myself, Abhishek, everyone, all like Mr. Saju, everyone would like to. Vijay ji, I have heard him earlier. So, कोई सवाल है तो पूछो, नहीं तो मैं आगे बढ़ता हूँ.
Actually, sir, we also need to study now, because this was a good session to open our eyes of view of one of the different sector, and an interesting too. There are various fields, but this is an interesting field where, as you rightly said, we can add some values to the small and medium entrepreneurs who are really in need of fund. I have
Not small and medium sellers, everyone. People don't know Make in India order.
Yes, sir, exactly. So unfortunately, two or three of our companies where I was going on a retainership basis recently, they are filing IBC. So it is, if we should have planned well in advance, like Sahu sir has advised that there are for loss-making companies nobody is financing. But if we should have planned the finance very well, this situation shouldn't have arisen. So when this is extremely urgent and important for all of us as a chartered accountant, not only to make this as an opportunity for earning, but as you rightly said, to add some values to their
earning will follow. Now, if we add value, money will come.
Exactly.
Money should be byproduct.
Yes, sir. I am surprised. One of my Rajkot client, he was struggling for money of approx 5 lakh. and he is into आटा making business. चक्की बनाता है आटा का. So during this phase where सभी बंद था, तो उन्होंने इतना मतलब पर्सनल लोन लेके हमने दिया उनको पैसा, and he has made, I mean, he was very happy कि भाई आपने मेरा अरेंज करके दिया. If we were aware of कि ये सारे provisions हैं, तो हम इसी के बेस पे अप्लाई करते ना, rather than doing unsecured loan financing. So then he
You
now
are
he's
from where, Shailesh?
I am from Bombay, but I have office in Surat and Ahmedabad, and I have a tie-up in one Rajkot base.
And you are part of which study group?
Actually, I am part of a Daisar CS
Okay.
study group.
ठीक है.
Yes, sir.
We
Rajkumar
will
sir.
create a revolution. Yes, Abhishek.
Yeah, Rajkumar sir, Shaileji, yeah, I believe we all are on the same boat. And specifically when we talk about the MSME enterprises, medium or micro, small, then we need to think in a various way. And all the issues are interconnected, right? Like this particular MSME, even financial restructuring is again a main, should be a main focus for all of us. I am not talking about the debt restructuring. This is altogether a different phase. Even I am working with an exporter who are doing export to Europe only. So Europe के अंदर lockdown है and they are now struggling to make the entire balance sheet in a such a way कि उनको proper तरीके से उनकी fixed cost कम हो जाए और किसी तरीके से वो survive कर पाए. तो financial restructuring is also attached with this particular MSME. हम हमारे ही जो already existing clients हैं सबको ये पूरे पैकेज दे सकते हैं, नो डाउट, विदाउट सर्चिंग एक्स्ट्रा क्लाइंट. तो ये बहुत अच्छा एस्पेक्ट है जो हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं राजकुमार सर, जो आप इनिशिएट ले रहे हैं कि हम सभी प्रोफेशनल को इवन ऑलरेडी जो हमारे पास एग्जिस्टिंग क्लाइंट्स हैं उन पे भी हम फोकस करें, तो अर्निंग मेरे ख्याल से जैसा कि बाई प्रोडक्ट होगा वो हम अगर इस फील्ड में रहें.
Okay, I'll proceed. I'll cover some more areas. Sorry, there were many things open. I just wanted to show my PPT. So, this is the world picture, that what is the share of each country by the GDP. So US is having 21 trillion US dollar. China is a 14 trillion US dollar. And India, we are 2.5 trillion US dollar or 3 trillion US dollar. Our target is to have 5 trillion by 24 and 10 trillion by 2030. Now this we can make it possible. We can make India, from here to come here. So this subject is very interesting subject. Under MSME, there are 6.4 crore enterprises. And we as a CA can do wonder. So what to have a mastery, we should study little bit about industrial revolution. Like first revolution was in 1600, 1700, where steam engines were produced. Second revolution was in 1870 when the electricity got invented, and then the third invention was when the computer and other things happened. So it was in 1950. And the fourth revolution is the current revolution, where we have Internet of Things, blockchain, artificial intelligence, robotics. And fifth revolution is yet to come, when human mind and machine, they will dance together. So then what is how India has progressed. So pre-independence, post-independence, industrial policy, 56, IDR Act, uh, all those things. Then MSME Act and this number 5 public procurement policy we have covered. Then subsidy is given by the central government and state government. Now this is a very important area where uh, 10 to 12 central ministries like Ministry of Food Processing, Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Mines, there are subsidies given to enterprises and each state government. I have made an Excel file. I'll share those like in Andheri Studies Circle group. I'll share that, and those who wants they can WhatsApp to me or email to me. Then there are certain schemes available for reimbursement of IPR, ISO 9000. Then credit guarantee scheme is there. Interest subvention is available. Like there is an emergency line of credit, 2 lakh crore was available where on 29th February 2020, if the account is a performing asset, then 20% of the amount outstanding is available without any additional credit. Then receivable discounting treats, SME IPO, startup, unicorn, uh, various finance facilities, marketing, and what we already know, accounting standards, the export, I would like to show the Ministry of Commerce website where and DGFT website. So under Ministry of Commerce website, we have export promotion councils. Now, for each product, there are export promotion councils like EPC, uh, Export Promotion Council. So they will take to a different website. So therefore, I'm not clicking on that. Sports Goods Export Promotion Council. So it's so interesting. At the expense of the client, we can do foreign tour. Of course, after the corona gets over, and so this is one area where we can do a lot of work. Uh, and consultancy in foreign trade policy, taking import export code number for the client. So this is the website of DGFT, Director General of Foreign Trade, where we can have IEC, export import code number. Then other laws, other known traditional areas of practice. I have made a list of about 51 areas where CA can practice. Now, what are the areas in the growth of obtaining licenses, registration on various portals, selection of enterprise, finance, marketing? We can be virtual MSME mentor, like, virtual CFO, uh, alternative business ideas, other laws which are applicable to an enterprise. So, like IDR Act and MSME Act we discussed. Now, how to master the subject uh, by going through the various development, understanding what is commerce, what is industry, what is enterprise, some jargon we should understand, ease of doing business, GDP. What are our skill sets? Inquiring attitude, overall business knowledge, all forms of organization, business management, project report, intuition skills, survey skills. So this I have given in MSME, in Atmanirbhar Bharat, what is the facility available to them? 3 lakh 70,000 crores. So there is a fund of funds. And then now how to get the work like Celes, I always include in my PPT this area. We must, जो दिखता है वो बिकता है. Now I am just showing the my slides on slide sorter. Is it all right? Devang,
Yes.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
the purpose is, I want to show more stuff in one go. So, ये जो दिखता है वो बिकता है. We must use all social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Then, I'm quoting a Napoleon Hill book. He has given 13 steps to becoming rich, means achieving anything. There should be a burning desire, faith, auto-suggestion, specialized knowledge, imagination, organized planning, decision, persistence, power of the mastermind, enthusiasm, subconscious mind, brain, and sixth sense. And there are few other books. There is a small book of 70 pages, Science of Getting Rich. It was written in 1910 by Wallace Wattles. That if the client is giving 10,000, our services should be of the value of 20,000 or 30,000. Now here for learning, I have given Tony Bhujan, he has a mind mapping technique where maybe a book of 1,000 page we can put on one page.
Oh.
It's very interesting. On Google, if we will go Tony Bhujan mind mapping, like, I remember this, say, this 4 industrial revolutions. So what I did, Securities Exchange Commission of US, parallel to SEBI. So SEC India. So S is a steam engine, first revolution. E is electricity, second revolution. C is computer, third revolution. I is a internet, fourth revolution. Similarly, when I was saying 5 division of the economic activity, so I remembered Sustainable Development Goal, SDG. There are 17 goals of the United Nations. So, and CS Company Secretary. So, S is for section, D is for division, G is for group, C is for class, and S is for subclass. So, mind is everything. What you think of, you become. And in Gita, there is a 6th sloka in the 6th chapter. Mind is your biggest friend, and mind is also your biggest enemy. It is up to oneself how to deal with the mind. Then, there are 51 areas which I had listed out. I'll just say, about each area. And if somebody want a detailed explanation, they can WhatsApp to me. I will explain one-to-one. I'm preparing PPTs on each of those 50 areas. So one is specialized audit certificates like forensic audit, system audit, uh, things like that. Then in corporate laws, IBC, MSME, corporate governance, drafting. The documents drafting is one area. There are 31 tribunals where CA is eligible. So representation before authorities. Uh, I think one slide is missing one. Then financial planning, wealth management, uh, energy audit, carbon credit, IPR laws, SEZ, valuation, capital market services, virtual CFO or virtual general legal counsel, economic offenses, charitable trust area, international taxation, private equity, uh, COSO, internal control framework, internal audit, risk management, CSR, FEMA and related laws, cyber security, personal data protection bill, forensic audit, fraud prevention, Atmanirbhar Bharat, foreign trade policy, central and state subsidies, IFRS, Ind AS, insurance and pension sector, agriculture business, real estate laws, RERA, industry specific opportunities, setting up of new business, NBFCs, HFCs, money lenders, cooperative sector, commodity market, commercial contract management, merger amalgamation, documentation, peer review, quality review, handling this NAFRA, serious fraud investigation office, training in personal development topic, training in professional topics, blog writing, book writing. Uh, so for me, the COVID I consider the most effective part of my life. Like on today's 20th, on 24th November, we will be completing 8 months of COVID. It started on 24th March. We have learned how to have more time. What is required, what is not required. So from where we can get the time spillover. So if there are any questions, I would like to take more questions. And therefore I stopped sharing the video. Snail Kamdar is there. I can see him. So if he has some query.
Sir, after so much hearing from you, where is the question of having a query, sir? You have given so much to food for thought that the mind is still running through that thoughts only.
Thank you, Snail, because you are the backbone of the study circle. Mm.
Sir, sir,
Any other member would like to say something? Yes, Snail.
so these study circles are basically made for this knowledge gaining, and
Yeah,
the
yes.
knowledge that is being shared by you in such a abundance, it really helps all the participants on this line, sir. Thank you for it.
Thank you. Anyone else who have not spoken so far? Ashwini, Dinesh, Narendra, Vipul, Devangbai Jimulia, Nilesh. Rakhi, did you get an answer to your query? Abhishek, would you like to add on something? Otherwise, Devang, what we can do, we can close the meeting little early.
Yes, I think as in you're not that early.
I
You're
think,
almost there, so it should be fine.
yes, sir. I think you have already covered a lot of things, starting from champion, MSME, CB. So I think it's again a great thing to know all the things, and we have a great platform being a professional, and we all should come together and discuss all these things through by these I think platforms. And specifically thanks to Andheri West, Devang sir, thanks to you as well. uh, this is it from my side.
And any member, if they want to read more or want more information, they can contact any one of us, Abhishek, myself, uh, and Mr. Saju. We will share Mr. Vijay Prakash mobile and email ID. He may be occupied in something, but I have heard him at 2-3 platform. He's all out to assist us. At Goa branch program, he was there. Uh, Over to you, Devang.
Yeah. No, I think this is it, sir. I think we've come towards the end of the session today. So it's it was a wonderful session, sir. I'm thankful to Rajkumar sir for setting up a wonderful session today. Right from identifying the speakers, not only speakers from Mumbai, but Abhishek was kind enough to take up the session from his hometown as well. So a big thank you to all the speakers. On behalf of Andheri West Study Circle, I would like to give you a big round of applause.
Thank you.
Thank
Round
you,
of
Devang.
applause for other
Thank
speakers.
you, Devang.
Okay, we end the meeting.
We end the meeting. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Have a good evening. Thank you.
We have good.
Thank you.
एक मिनट चैट